Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
There we go.
The thing's moving and the cameras are working like they weren't earlier today. We're good.
Did you see that?
Now you're gonna punch them all.
Couple for you.
Right, welcome, session 8.
8.
Session 8.
7.5 was last week, right?
Yes. Yeah. And welcome back, Bulwark, for
Thank you. Yeah.
spending time with your
Family, yeah. Fireworks night off, yeah. You know what it is.
And then, take it away, Ron.
So, welcome back. Last week, 3 of you, you all decided to go to have a rest back.
Close the door, please, Peter.
Go back to Little Oak to have a rest. While you were sleeping, 3 of you were transported to a collective dream featuring the Cat of Magic and Rolstoff, who contracted you, whether you remember it or not.
Do you have a tea party?
I remember.
You remember him, but you don't remember the contract.
Yeah.
You found yourselves in a dream puzzle. There were sort of several challenges to solve. You and a displacer beast to fight. You were rewarded with a whole bunch of letters, which I'm assuming at least one of you wrote down.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And we will pick the story back
I
up.
don't know what you're talking about. Igo remembers perfectly. ABQ397743.
Exactly.
So that's your social security number.
Yes. As opposed to our wizard friend's social security number of 1.
One.
He invented the system.
0.5.
Was it Mike Wozniak from Apple when he goes into the Apple store and people are like, "Do you have an employee number?" He goes, "Yes, it's 1." And they go, "Ah ha ha ha," and he goes, "No, it's 1."
Oh, watch that.
But yeah, we will pick the adventure back up with you guys waking up from your dream, so you will be in the Little Oak treehouse. You are surrounded by Will of the Wild, the rest of the Getaway Gang, the Displacer Kitten, and Squirt the oil can.
Oh, yeah, squirt.
Mage armor.
I was expecting like fireball. What's going on?
No, last week he did say that he's going to cast Fireball and we had to correct him, it was Firebolt.
In a 3x3 room.
Ow.
I think he would have still done it.
I understand.
If I hadn't taken lightning bolt
He
instead,
did manage to hit himself with his own lightning bolt, so...
The senior moment is coming out, right?
Well,
Oh, yes.
he shot a lightning bolt in a room full of mirrors.
Oh,
It did work. It did hit them as well.
It hit
so
them, yeah.
Yep.
It was
And
worth
you.
it. It was
I tell you what, that was a good sleep. Oh. I don't know about you, but yeah, I haven't slept like that in ages. Morning.
Morning. Sorry, I'm sending out tweets. It's on you guys to carry this.
Well,
Yeah, the 3 of you are aware, or at least would remember the dream, especially Elor, because Elor doesn't know the difference between dreams and reality.
I had a really nice dream. I was bouncing through the forest and there was a nice mushroom that I ate. Nice.
I was nearly mauled to death.
By a displacer beast.
As you
Eye up the displacer kitten.
I'll tell you what your problem is too many violent games.
Before bedtime. Too much screen time.
So I might have to cut that down a little bit. And even the books. Are they really your age rated?
I was alive when they were written. So probably, but...
Oh. So.
How's Will and the others doing? Are they shocked to see a random wizard scream and wake up, or just...
They're not, they're a little bit surprised, and they're sort of looking at you very warily. The Displacer Beast in particular is sort of, Displacer Kitten, it sort of is curling away from the noise. But it's Squirt that's sort of the first to react. It's just like, Well, you're full of that energy in the morning. That's a good sign.
I haven't slept like this in ages, you know. A proper bed, well, a roof above our head.
You very much did sleep on the floor of a treehouse, just for clarity.
It's still improvement over what we've been sleeping on.
Yeah.
Well, it's exactly the same as what we've been sleeping on. Frank.
Yes, but here we've actually got something over us as well.
As Frank is starting
Just
to
give
mature
Frank's
a little
tree a
bit.
bit of time to grow.
As Frank's,
Oh wait, Frank's pregnant now.
yeah, so he's a bit grumpy. But as Frank's maturing a lot more, we're getting a lot more bigger splinters. I don't like it. You know. Anyway.
Do they have any varnish in this treehouse by any chance?
No.
You need to treat Frank.
We need to treat him right. But, any breakfast or?
Yeah.
We need to go out and
I
get
think
some?
we've got
I
our
think we're
breakfast
probably going to have to
champions.
go hunting for breakfast.
Right. We try and get enough for the kids as well.
We struggle
What
to
do,
get
what
enough
do
for
they
us.
eat? What do they eat?
They forage, much like you.
And maybe follow them and forage with them.
Yeah, but Will is sort of very keen to discuss the plans to assault Loomlurch and rescue the rest of the children
Yeah.
that are imprisoned there.
Right. Well, the most important part of warfare is a full stomach. Let's get some food.
You expecting a battle?
Well, I mean, aren't we going to go rescue the rest of these
Yeah.
kids, or?
I know you're not quiet. With your bones going. Eat. I thought it was going to be a in and out jobby.
Well,
You've got to do that a few times and...
And then you get shot. Yeah, that makes sense.
shake it all about.
Well, I mean, we can try that at first. If it goes well, then wahey.
Well, if it don't go well, and we don't get a wahey, we get a run up.
So Will does have a plan, and he sort of sketches out the outline
Well,
of
we've got.
sort of Loomlurch in the dirt floor.
We actually have a map.
You do have a map. His is a
Shall
little
we
bit
show
less-
them on stream?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
I think I did send you the actual one
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
I've got it here.
So Will's map is less detailed than this, but he sort of says, okay, so the kids are held, and he points to this area. He says, I suggest
Which area? Cool.
you
Kids are
make a
held
very
here.
loud assault, sort of down into the marketplace, and make your presence known, and then me and the rest of the gang will sort of sneak in through the back and let the kids out. You deal with the hag, I rescue the kids. We good?
Well, it seems like a really
How
wonderful.
about, let's see, we'll roll reverse. How about you deal with the hag?
Yeah.
We'll
We
sort
rescue
out
the
the
kids.
kids.
You think the kids will come to you for random adventurers? No. You brave souls are
But
much
I
more
have a
suited.
secret weapon as he pulls out a pocket full of candy.
Why do you have a pocket full of candy?
Oh, you know, they're all unwrapped and covered in fuzz. Happy.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I swear that's a button, not a gumdrop.
Oh, it's perfectly fine.
I probably won't notice the difference.
This is entrance, right?
Yeah, you would be approaching from this side.
So we will probably want to go in here.
Yeah, coming across the bridge.
What sort of resistance are we going to meet?
Well, from reconnaissance, we know. I'm assuming a kid would know the word reconnaissance, but I'm going with it. From reconnaissance, we know that she has sort of several small tin soldiers that run around and help her. She has an assistant that's sort of like a living doll that's there. There are a
Is
couple
it short, ginger hair, wears a pair of dungarees, and a
Exactly.
red stripe?
Yeah.
Star across here.
Crying, walking, sleeping, talking.
Oh man. Oh.
The main resistance is Scabbatha.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If we don't deal with her, no. Or at least you can buy us enough time to rescue the kids.
If you don't realise, you know, we can be in and out like a flash. Save it. But we have to deal with her anyway, right?
We.
As per the agreement on the other sister.
Yeah.
The agreement was, in
The
quotes,
agreement
to
was-
deal with her.
Yeah,
It
never
was- it was
it's never
not
explicitly
So we
said.
make a deal with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we can open up a big oven and put her in and show it.
Maybe. That might
Did we
work.
find any gingerbread houses? Or?
Oh, I don't know. I'm
did
expecting
find-
to see one around here
I
somewhere.
was about to say we did find a gingerbread man, but that was in the dream.
Yeah.
Well, you did previously find a gingerbread man graveyard that you ate for lunch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the dream.
No,
Nope.
Oh,
that was when you got the zoomies.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh,
Oh, yes.
we need to go back there.
What? And pay our
Zoomies.
respects.
Zoomies were good.
The gingerbread men are inhabitants of the Feywild, or at least my Feywild they are.
Actually, to be fair, that might be a bad thing. Us high of our tit, you know.
So every session that we've had so far, at least one of us.
Well, one of us has tried something. We have to, you know.
We're an adventurous lot. It's like I always say in GURPS, every character should take the quirk curious. Because you're gonna do stuff that's curious.
How's your race change?
Yeah, does that mean you are curious or you're curious about things?
Is it race?
Oh,
It
yeah.
means that you're curious about
Yeah.
Don't
things.
I? Yeah.
Yeah, does he look a little bit more pastel-y than normal because of his drow change?
He's a little bit more blue, but it is sort of starting to fade again. I imagine, at this point.
Oh,
Oh,
right. So,
okay.
I like a very old drow with the sort of my ears aren't quite as pointy now, maybe. Thank
Oh, it's
you.
more it wasn't sort of your
It
ears.
was just
the
a tint
skin.
of the skin.
Yeah, and you are slowly reverting back to normal after you were cursed.
Yeah, what was different?
Oh,
Okay.
So,
Or you could go in, look around, and then give us a signal when it's safe for us to rescue the kids. When you've sort of otherwise subdued, kept her busy.
I thought you were going to say seduced.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do,
I mean, that's
fine.
one way to subdue.
Sort of the rest of the getaway gang is just sort of giggling in the corner.
When the mummy
We've
and
got-
daddy gets excited,
We have a job for our bard.
what, explaining the birds and the bees?
I've got two Scabatha, maybe.
Performance check.
I would like to seduce her. Help!
Too late, she's already seducing you.
Alright, let's get it over with. Right, so if we have to do a signal, can you do a signal? Can you pew pew?
I've got my familiar,
You've got
so-
fireworks or something.
and I always have a
Mile range on your familiar or something like that?
It's the range would be sufficient.
mending minor illusion.
So
I
it
mean,
wouldn't
yeah,
be
you
in
can
my
use the
good
familiar.
conscience.
I mean, there
to
is
let the kids
shatter,
go
to
in.
be fair. So
I mean, yeah, that's
just when you hear
That
that
is a
massive
signal.
boom.
Thunderwave. I've got
Yeah,
Thunderwave.
everyone will know about that.
Yeah.
What about a silent signal?
A
That'll probably
giant
just be the
pillar
familiar
of
being the
lightning
familiar with them.
120 feet up in the air.
Yeah, I'd rather have it hit.
I
her,
mean,
to be fair,
well, it
but
doesn't have to necessarily hit, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't think you want to be wasting a level 3
Yeah,
spell
well,
slot on a signal.
I think that's the best use of your level 3 spell slots.
I
If it
think
was fireball,
the idea
sure.
well,
of leaving your familiar with maybe.
Or
yeah. Or I just have minor.
your
illusion,
familiar can be
you know,
with
range
you, and then it
or
can
30
go and
feet.
find them when
Well,
it's time.
we can all go and then they can stay out in the
Yeah, yeah.
outskirts and
Hmm.
we know where they are then.
Double chocolate.
Because it doesn't feel
Yeah,
right
really good.
just to send them in as.
It is red, 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 green.
Oh yeah. Which is the
There's
green
very
one?
little salt in
Salt.
them.
Yeah.
I don't pay
wow.
attention to that. I'm colourblind.
Have plenty of crap to eat today.
The more worrying point about that is that's per mini roll. That's not the tub.
A mini roll. God, it's barely anything. Second one. What?
So,
Still got the sour sweets kicking about somewhere from.
the Flesh and Blood lot ate them last week because we were sat here and Chuck saw them. Oh, what are these? And I said, oh, they're sour sweets. Why don't you try them? Ian and Boone. Dan, your wife said no fried food.
They're chocolate, not
That's
fried.
not fried.
I mean, We could fry them.
Oh, you've been to Scotland.
I do have a new oven.
Anyway, alright, mate, how you doing? Right.
After that one blew up.
So as you are sort of discussing the various plans, the oil can squirt sort of pops up and says, "I'm coming with you. I need to find a boggle. I need to find a boggle."
Nina.
Yeah, I am.
Nina.
What?
Why not?
Because you're not quiet.
I can be silent.
No.
To be fair, we do need him to get to Yon.
We need a what?
We need the
him
oil
to get
can.
to
Yeah.
Yon.
Yeah, but we can...
He
He's
can
not-
come
no.
with us. He can come with us so far,
Oh, yeah, okay.
but then not come into the building with us until we actually
Well, if
How
you
do
want,
you, how do you move?
start making a lot of noise.
to just sort of bounces around. And he said, "Oh, if you want me to take you to Yon, I'm going to need some oil."
That's fine, we'll get you some oil.
Well, we could. Well, if we're gonna
I
leave
think
the
it's a
boys-
vampire situation and he needs to like latch onto a bomb.
What's a vampire? I like the sound of that.
How do you get your oil?
From a boggle.
How do you
And
get
get
your
the
oil from the boggle? Do you attach your hose to it and then just...
He sort of he lifts up the lid on his back and you can just pour
Tea.
oil in.
Alright.
No, he isn't
so you can
animated.
just wring one out.
Or they make one of you can make a nature or survival check.
I'll let the
I
druid do
don't.
that.
Like I say, I don't want to know. The wizard can do that.
Well, if that's the case, I'll do it then.
I don't.
I really
want
do
to
want to
know.
know. That'll be a 4 at most.
You don't really know what boggles are, and squirt does not seem to be.
We
He
just
sort
need
of
to
says,
find.
"You just get the oil."
We just need to find something that fits in that hole. Now I'm just gonna spend the entire time as we walk back, just going, ooh. It's like the DeLorean in Back to the Future. You just open it up and start pouring things in. How many kilometers he can get on a litre of oil? Well,
It's very
getting us
energy efficient.
He's getting us
yeah.
to Yon, so
on a lot less than a litre.
Pretty good.
To be fair, if he does want to come along, if we're going to leave
That was a correct.
the wild people and stuff outside until they need to go, we could just leave him with them.
Yeah.
Because then that should be fine. Because we're the ones causing the distraction. I think at this point.
I'm standing my paw... Is it paw? Do rabbits have paws?
Yeah.
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 Standing my paw down. So he'll be quiet. So he can go to them and stay there. I agree.
Well, if they're outside, like in here, it doesn't really matter because they should be pretty hidden anyway, as long as he's not yelling.
Well, have you heard him?
Do I have anything
Does he have a mouth?
Huh?
Does he have a mouth?
Yeah.
You got tape?
I would imagine you know in the original Beauty and the Beast cartoon, sort of
Yeah.
the very animated, essentially that kind of personality.
Yeah.
It literally does look like the stereotypical sort of oil can that someone has stuck a face on.
Googly
oh
eyes.
god,
Good.
somebody anthropomorphized them.
Yeah.
God damn Disney!
Or a hag in this case, but
Yeah.
probably about the same thing these days.
A hag, Walt Disney. I'm sure they have some aligning of.
They're definitely the same. I think it's equal on the alignment chart,
Yeah.
to say the least.
So we want to go.
Using an alchemy kit would be a good way to use the oil.
Do we not just drag the body with us?
I don't have one.
Oh, the
What
bogger body.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the oil can boy. Just put him in a sack and carry him over my back.
Just to confirm, you do need squirt alive.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. That's why I don't want him to come. Because I don't want him to die.
So we're going to deal with the hag whilst he frees the children. The children are being kept
There.
there.
L4.
So you have the choice of either just going in essentially hot and heavy, drawing the hag out, and then letting them sort of sneak around the back, or you can go and look around, find somewhere to ambush the hag, and then give them the signal. But so you need to determine what the signal was ahead of
The
time.
thing is, we don't know exactly how heavy 45 it is. With these
Ooh.
tin men and...
Actually, we have a way to maybe draw out the hag.
Yeah.
Does Will have any like a personal effect that we could take to go in and say,
One of his many disguises.
yes, and
Yes.
say, we have killed, or we have killed
Captured.
Will of the Wild. Here is the proof. And then
Yeah,
that draws
that's-
out the hag, maybe.
So there is an entire trunk of his
We need
disguises.
some blood to put on this hat.
Well, he's not got any.
What are you looking at me for?
He's got dust on it.
Yeah.
You're the closest to his size. My blood would just seem too big.
I'm too
And the
precious.
wrong colour, I imagine.
Have a halfling dress up like a kid and use as a... Well, we've got a Harrington.
Harrington, yeah.
We can put the hat, one of his
Small
hats
version.
on. The
I mean, she's not noticed that it's the same child just wearing different things. So if we put the outfit on the Harrington, maybe they'll still think, because it's the outfit they're looking for.
You
Yeah.
have a wizard with minor illusion.
Yeah.
I also have minor illusion.
Do I have-
However, she wants
I
them
do.
dead, right?
We don't know that.
No,
They said dead or alive.
Yeah,
on some of
I
them.
don't think they've all said dead.
No.
I'd rather not die.
Yes, but would you rather
Yeah, but
put
the
somebody
point
else
is-
in risk?
We
Yes.
Can, we can heal you.
Yeah, we'll be
Fine.
Alright, we had a good time. Now we've gone off on a tangent. I tell you what, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's not
Good
like we're going to
fella.
have a choice, but... I'm glad you came round to our way of thinking.
Are you gonna bet me?
I go, put the hat down.
Yeah, do it for the children, Shellfish Dam.
So which of the disguises are you going?
Oh,
Which one looks good?
Let's have a look.
I think
I want the
we've got-
Mexican one.
I was going to say the Mexican one, the big hat
Yeah.
behind his ears, well,
Yeah,
and
fake mustache.
and
Yeah.
also the wide brim. Well,
Yeah.
You know.
I can.
Poncho. Yeah.
Oh, what's a Mexican dance?
Oh, the hat dance.
What's
Mexican
the
hat
the
dance.
salsa?
Or something like that. I could do that.
The tango. I mean, that's more of a
Spanish.
Spanish.
So I imagine you've been collecting these potions.
Yeah, well,
so you've
yeah,
probably
yeah.
got a couple of different
I've
versions
got-
of the same Mexican one.
Yeah.
So
Because we've got
Right, let's see
we've
what styles
got
I've got.
pirate, French, Mexican, normal, German, and English gentleman.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I could be an English gentleman.
the
I actually haven't
Mexican
disguised
one
it.
currently reads: "This little troublemaker belongs to me. Bring him home alive and unharmed, and you will win the heart of one you love."
Cool.
There we go.
That'll do.
Wait,
And
I've always
have-
wanted an extra.
And I go, yeah. I go through my bag. I go, oh look, I forgot I had this disguise kit.
I can become the Time Lord.
A chap thinks you should play Oliver Twist. I mean, one of the kids probably looks
Please,
like Oliver
sir,
Twist.
may I have some more?
Get a little scream.
I can't remember the rest.
More, more. Never before has a boy wanted more.
However, I am not just a normal, ordinary boy. I'm a real boy.
Your voice was so deep. I was like, I'm not really a boy.
Oh, Jesus. So,
Late.
I am a woman.
I'll tell you what, we'll get the disguise kit out, which I've got, and I'm proficient in. We'll use the...
So he pulls out a razor.
shave them, you know, get my face going. I got a child parasol with moss.
Oh, so you're going to be a new one. Just a lady coming down from Mars.
I can play all characters, you know.
He's very versatile.
So what outfit are we going with?
He's
Next
the man of a
Mexican
thousand
guy.
faces and 1,000 voices, but they're all the same.
Yeah.
I just need to tan my face a little
Blue
bit.
steel.
Fake mustache.
Fake moustache, yeah, put that on.
So I imagine there's a poncho, there's a big sombrero hat, there will be a fake moustache. In fact, there'll be a wide selection
Got a bit-
of fake
got-
moustaches
got-
as
got-
well.
Wearing
little
a
bit of
pair
string.
spurs. And he's got a 6-shooter at his hip.
You got a little
No,
bit of
he's got a
string.
carrot at his hip.
Yeah.
You got some string.
Yeah, you'll have string.
You say string, I say 50 foot of rope.
No. That's too big for these ears. So I'm trying them down. Quite uncomfortable when they're underneath the hat. Hodoing.
I still think that they're just looking for the outfit, so as long as you're wearing it, I think you being a Harrington will make no difference.
True. Right. So I've got my illusion, so I can help with that.
Yeah, we've got
I
two
don't have-
illusions.
Oh my god, I'm dying spells. I need I have charm.
After he is in disguise, roll him in dirt to make him look more desperate.
I'm always desperate.
I'm gonna say.
Push him out the door of the treehouse.
I don't think he's going to need the help to look desperate.
What's that over there? What?
Bonk.
How do I look?
I don't know. What begins with come here and ends in L?
Would you like me to do a is it? Well, what is it?
It will be performance when you get to.
Okay, so you don't need to know how well we dressed up.
I imagine it's as well as you can. You have.
I think it's going to be a part of the performance.
Yeah. So
If you
The
fail the
silver stars come
performance,
off.
it's probably because you've got Trump rather than
you've actually only got left one ear sort of pointing out of the hat.
I am the best child.
Yes.
Oh, apparently we need to push you and roll you around to the dirt.
Right.
Well, it's what chat wants.
You haven't got any dirt. It's all stone outside.
Where you can find some dirt.
I'm sure we can
Dig
find
deep
dirt.
enough.
I'm sure we can find dirt.
I'm sure
on
my
you.
wife will not be happy when I go home dirty.
I think I could give a good enough excuse.
We
It
felt
was
like
fun.
doing it.
Yeah.
He fell over several times. Check his.
Who's got an ear problem?
Yeah.
Might have been assisted for a
Drove
maneuver.
here.
Yeah.
No, that's someone else's car that we just quickly.
Well, it would have been Dan's car. So literally as you guys were showing up, I'd sent a message to my dad to say, I just remembered as I turned the light on and saw your car in my driveway that I've got people coming over today.
I wonder why you was on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we try it quiet?
Are we gonna go
We
to
leave
the
them-
market, or are we going to go into the main?
It sounds like this is probably the better way, unless we want to make a distraction.
Well,
Well, we want to make a distraction.
The idea is that we have you as well as the wild. We say we have him here. We wish to meet with the hag. The hag comes out. We then don't have to go looking for her, and then we just
Little spray of perfume.
So sprinkle some glitter on Dan, and his
Well,
wife
yeah.
will be really upset.
That's only because that's going to be on you for now the next 6
I-
months.
And on your cheeks,
Yeah.
and on everywhere else.
I just want to say one thing. I don't know who Dan is. Who is
Who
Dan?
is this Dan?
Who is this Dan you're speaking of? I ain't I'm not Dan.
Legally had his name changed by Depot.
5 minutes ago.
Everyone else was calling me other things. Someone was going with it. Right. Anyway.
Right, so, yeah, I mean, it's do we want to go into the market and make a scene there, or do we want to go into the main building?
That looks like it's more defensible.
also closer to the kids, the better, I think. But
Or aren't we trying to make a distraction away from the kids?
Yeah, why would you want to
Yeah.
start a fight in the middle of...
So I think maybe we want to do it here in the hopes
Funny.
that maybe they come out to us, or
This is
we
water.
get asked to go in.
So we've got water here, right?
No, that's just to signify the wood line, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's all like hilly.
So it's sort
More
of
like
trees,
contours.
bushes, sort of more wild, overgrown forest, and then the lighter is where it's more...
So this is where the
we
grass
can
has been
escape.
cut,
We can escape that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, yeah. because this is water, Bulbert.
The blue is water.
That is certainly is. It could have been swamp.
Not according to new magic, because those are brightly coloured. In the Lost Caverns of Ixalan set, it looked basically like an island that just says swamp on it. Yeah, I mean, I think if we go to the market, we're more likely to potentially draw her or something out to us from inside, rather than going inside where we potentially are going to be stopped here where all the kids are, and then we can't.
I mean, your wizard will still cast lightning bolt.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering the shatter that's going to be the signal as well.
Well, I thought we were
Children get
going
caught
to
up
use
in
your
it.
bird as the signal.
That's not a bad shout.
If we use your familiar, then we're not using
Yeah.
our spell slot.
Yeah, but if she's coming out and we're attacking her,
But also,
Well, we're not attacking her right
also-
away.
They did say that the tin soldiers as like help. Shatter's very good against them because they're made of metal. So.
Allegedly.
Well, disadvantage on the throw, but
And you've got,
They could be cheap plastics.
and you've got heat metal.
AliExpress.
God,
Just hold on to it for a little while.
Oh, yes.
turn it into a kettle.
I do, but I'm going to need a small bonfire.
I've got a flaming sphere.
Yeah, I mean, obviously use the shatter if it's viable to use
Yeah.
it, but I just think that your familiar
Will be
can
better,
be something that you don't need to use a spell slot for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're out here causing a ruckus, they can come in this way and take the kids out.
And the signal can kind of be that when your bird starts to fly off, follow it.
Or when it just starts pecking at
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
When it starts just
When I
jabbing your eyes out.
Oh, your familiar is now a woodpecker.
I can have heat metal. I
Morse
just don't
code.
have it prepared at the moment.
Morse code. Do you understand
Yeah.
Morse code?
Dot, dot, dot. Dash, dash, dash. Dot, dot, dot.
Save our souffle.
Why isn't anybody thinking of our souffle?
I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, I think if we go into the market, because there'll probably even be poachers up in the market.
We need a quick getaway as well. There's probably a pot of water. Frog.
Oh, fog. I thought you
Frog.
said frog.
I have a frog that if I put it in
Oh,
water,
right,
it makes
okay.
darkness. I need to use this at some point. I'm determined.
I mean, he's definitely losing touch with reality. Frog.
We could probably maybe get some breakfast at the market.
Ooh.
You hungry?
I'm in.
That was all you heard.
Yeah.
Breakfast. Yeah.
Whoa, 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 let's not get distracted. She might take me away and do nasty things with me.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then we're supposed to stop. Right. Right.
Well, it depends
We're
on
going to
You
be
need
like the
evidence
police
that she's
officer
going
in
to do nasty
South Park.
things.
The police officer in South Park who's trying to break up the prostitution ring.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Let me just get you your change and freeze!
Just squatting up. There's some more evidence.
Oh, yes. I
I've
know.
not seen that.
You don't want to.
No.
No, I guess that. There's lots of things I'm glad I haven't seen.
I like South Park, so.
There is a hot dog stand there.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Oh, there's got to be somewhere we can get something.
Hey.
Oh, Shatter Gang, thank you for saying hello, and hopefully all is going well. Magic the Gathering stream.
Ah.
They do
very
Thursday evenings. There's 3 of them. Scotland, they're from.
Whereabouts?
Yes.
Uh,
Shatter Gang, what part of Scotland are you from?
I lived up in the northeast for many years.
But yeah, no.
I don't know why I'm talking to the monitor.
Yeah.
I mean,
AI is
it's
really
just-
getting us all trained. Although, did you see that Microsoft, who invested like billions into OpenAI, have banned it internally for years?
Yeah.
Great job.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It definitely makes sense. So we're gonna go to the market, get some breakfast, and then
Yeah.
turn our friend in
So you're going to request a meeting with her at the market?
Yeah.
Okay.
over some breakfast.
Yep. We'll know
Glasgow
as well.
area,
And then
but to the
you're-
northeast now. Sunny Dundee. Oh, Dundee.
Dundee, that's still central.
My brother went to uni in Dundee. It's an amazing place to go. My brother used to live on Hilltown. I don't know if you know Hilltown, but it was many a fun Christmases and New Year's watching people try to go to the centre of town down a hill
With snow.
with snow and ice.
Slightly inebriated coming back.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Right. Nature.
Dundee is still the central belt.
Oh, you live. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was my New Year's. I would just sit in the window smoking a cigarette, watching as these people were going to town, and you just see them sliding.
I bet
down.
it's even more fun trying to watch them come back again.
It is, yeah.
Use their stilettos as.
What's the guy that's supposed to boulder uphill for all eternity?
Sisyphus.
I imagine it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
There's a sunny place in England.
I mean, also they're talking about Scotland, so
I was going to say that.
Well, the nice thing about Dundee is that sort of level of in the summer you can watch as the sun grazes the horizon.
I lived in Elgin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you go north for another couple of hours.
yes, we do get sun in England
Well,
for like 3 days.
to be honest, we are talking about Scotland.
I know. He did specifically say England. So
Yeah.
we do get sun in England occasionally. We didn't really this year.
Well, I mean, sunny. Huh?
Cornwall. I tell you what, Cornwall's quite nice.
Yeah, well, it wasn't when I was down there.
In the right time of the season.
I know a guy that moved to Cornwall so he could move and be 5 miles away from the next nearest person.
You do that in Scotland.
Fair enough.
Right.
To
Come
the
on,
market.
To market.
Yes.
This is getting us nowhere.
What is your signal for Will going to be? The
gonna-
familiar.
Yeah, I'm going to tell him the familiar's going to be the main one, but if worst comes to worst,
If you hear a big bang.
hear a loud
if you
bang.
hear a gigantic boom, that is also a signal, but that will mean that we're probably fighting. So that'll be a
But it means we've got
Gotta
everyone
get in
else's
and out
attention.
quickly.
yes.
Sprite is very excited for the big boom.
I need to use the spell now.
Outbreak. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so you will be travelling with the getaway gang the majority of the way there.
How do I look?
Because
I
you're going to
figure
the same place.
If we're sort of leaving them, like say over here in the trees, down in
yeah.
the bottom, and then we'll come in through here, because we'll come into the market.
Because
rather
they
than-
need to go this way, don't they?
Yeah.
So are you foraging for food on the way, or are you going to get food at the
I'm
market?
Food at
hoping
the
that
market.
there's food at the market.
I'd like to
And
forage.
if there's not, then
I would like to forage.
Well,
I
you
am
two forage.
probably
We're
going to
going to
find
get
the
something
gingerbread
decent
man.
at the market.
I'm not going to have a chance, am I?
You might.
Roll.
Maybe, maybe not.
I'm going to be. Oh,
19.
good. Nice. That was almost a free.
Yeah.
Almost a 1. yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah, you're able to sort of you sort of walk by and you find sort of a plant that opens up and it has what is a hot Cornish pasty. It's sort of the flower in the middle.
Hell yeah.
You're able to find one of those each.
Am I
Wow.
able to appraise that on the way, or
It's
just
it's essentially a Cornish pasty.
Oh, damn.
Except it's not a Cornish pasty because it's
Oh,
not made in
okay.
Cornwall, so it's like
It's a pasty.
yeah.
It's a fade pasty.
It's a fake pasty.
I'm going to mess my lippy up. I'm going to have to reapply my lippy.
You're the pasty.
I
Are
imagine
Mexicans
down.
famous for wearing lots of lippy?
it's very dry.
I was very white.
But yeah, so as you say goodbye to the getaway gang, sort of the familiar continues
Yeah.
to go with them, and the forest is at its darkest here. Up ahead, a colossal dead oak lies on its side. 3 living trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains. Their shapes resemble towers with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloom, and wooden balconies encircling gnarled branches. One side of the fallen tree, firelight spills from a pair of quaint storefront windows, illuminating a clearing filled with market stalls.
Right. As we're approaching up, I would like to cast minor illusions to make myself look like I'm shackled.
I imagine you've also got rope, so you could probably. I imagine one of you could tie like a slip knot. So it
I was
looks
going to say,
like-
I'd rather
yeah.
not be tied, but yeah,
I don't
if
know.
we do
I
that.
think we should make it a real knot because we've got to make sure that it's just tightening it
To
up.
be fair, as long as I can do this,
I suppose yeah, you really don't need.
I've heard this Will of the Wild might be a bit of a magic user, so we bound his hands too.
and gag
And we
me.
gagged Oh, just throwing it.
They're escaped. Oh, no.
Eat one.
5-second rule.
But yes, so I suppose we'll tie you up safely. And what you say for it? I say yes, I'm tying you up.
Harder.
Ah. I too like to live dangerously.
Pull it apart. Yeah, it works.
Just lay the rope over the top of your hands.
It's just a giant loop and he's holding his hands through it. And so, a gnarled bridge formed by tangled roots spans the rocky, dried-up riverbed. As you sort of approach, 3 stalls selling candy are situated in the clearing, lit by windows carved into the giant fallen tree. 2 goblins are working in each stall, and the whole enterprise is watched closely by a goblin with a toffee apple for a head, who appears to be muttering quietly to himself.
Oh, toffee apple.
Go take a bite.
I am eyeing the toffee apple head up.
Probably the right height as well. Oh.
Candy for breakfast then.
He just sort of looks at you, just sort of slightly worried.
How can you tell that Candy Apple looks slightly worried?
It does have a mouth and eyes.
Oh,
So
okay.
it more looks like a jack-o'-lantern, but it's a
Toffee apple.
toffee apple. Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, candy for
Yeah.
breakfast seems like a very, very good, a good idea to me.
So you can go up to the market stalls and you can exchange Feywild trinkets for candy.
Oh, very well
If you
trinkets.
would
What
like.
do I have left?
I have.
Get off me. Get off me.
I'm going to hold on to my magnetic one. What do you think I could get for an Alberic?
I'm trying to work out.
So what do you think I could get for an Alberic?
So I'm not allowed to look for an omelette, but you're allowed to trade it for sweets.
Ooh, it's mine.
I will go through the stalls, get myself a decent pick and mix bag, I assume, yeah. And then I'll put the pick and mix bag down, and then next to it, I put down my fairy dollhouse and slide it across the counter towards them.
Yeah, that's,
I shall use my piano key card from a satyr's horn.
can you each roll a d4, please?
Oh, what's your turn?
4.
2!
I forgot, David, what's your character called again? I forgot.
Marius.
Marius.
I
So,
forgot.
Marius, your head swells to twice its normal size,
You like a bobblehead.
and I go, eating the candy causes you to foam at the mouth, making it difficult, but not impossible for you to speak, and it's going to last for about the next hour.
He's got rabies!
So, you look terrifying, I imagine, actually. 'Cause you're
I now
You're
definitely look back at the candy apple. You found just wrong.
Are you big?
No.
If you see him frothing, give way.
but the I think finally, sort of realizing he's going to have to interact with you, sort of chuckle. The goblin with the toffee apple for a head walks over and sort of introduces himself. Hi, I'm Chucklehead. Welcome to the market. And so I imagine he's standing as far away from
Me as possible.
Igo as possible without being rude to everyone else.
You just hear us coming from.
I mean, you've still got your pick and mix bag. I imagine
Yeah.
eating it very loudly.
I'm still eating it.
And the more you eat, the more you foam as well.
Now I have a foam beard.
Multicoloured.
Yeah. What was it? There was the car wash place in Peterborough that used to do the rainbow foam. And I used to say it always looked like you've hit a unicorn on the road. I'm keep gesturing towards our prisoner.
So it takes sort of Chucklehead a moment.
Get off. Get off.
And
And
then
eventually I pull out the poster.
yeah,
and
then
go,
sort of looks
Yeah.
back at the rest of you with sort of wide eyes, and he's sort of like, "You've captured Will of the Wild."
Yes.
Yes.
You sound surprised. It was easy.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, we weren't expecting anybody to.
Just stink eyeing him.
So I take it you would like a meeting with Scabatha to claim your reward.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes. If you would like to follow me, and he takes you into area L4. So he takes you into flickering lanterns illuminate a cluttered workshop filled with soft ambient music, produced by bells and chimes. Parts of toys are heaped on tables, leering dolls' heads, half-built rocking horses, unpainted wooden balls, and stuffed limbs of soft toys. The stove at the back of the room holds a saucepan of smelting metal. The 3 doors exit the workshop and 2 storefront windows overlook the market outside, and the room is packed with children working on an assembly line. It is a literal sweatshop filled with children.
Just have a general browse. What sort of enemies are we looking at here?
In this room,
12-year-old. Keep your eye on that one.
you see a couple of tin soldiers, but that's it. And you are taken through to the room at the end.
Oh.
L3.
L3. This chamber is nestled between walls of twisted roots, through gaps in which you can see the eerily beautiful woodlands surrounding you. A closed wooden door stands opposite to the root bridge that leads into this room, in the centre of which there are 4 armchairs encircling a small table laid out for tea. A painted wooden box 3 feet on each side rests in a corner. A crank sticks out.
Protrudes.
Yeah, that's the word. From one side of it, causing it to resemble an over-the-sized Jack in the Box. I practiced that word before as well. I knew that was going to happen. Some of my English teacher is just going, no. There's a reason you nearly failed. But you are instructed sort of to take seats and to wait for Granny Nightshade to return.
Are we left alone?
Yeah.
There's no one else in there.
They're assuming that these guys are keeping an eye on you.
Yeah. So there's no other enemy here. No?
No. You are empty and
Maybe I
alone
should.
in the
Maybe
room.
I should run
Why?
because we don't want to meet her.
What do you mean we
I
don't
thought
want
we
to meet? I
did
thought the
want to
whole
meet her.
point of this was we
Yeah.
want to meet her.
Yeah, but we were going to get the kids.
Well, I
You're in a
think
different room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also there are doors on the side, don't forget.
Yeah, what I was going to say.
but it's about where Will and his lot are going to come. They've got their own entrance. They're probably not necessarily, because he said he's got a secret entrance to get in and out, doesn't he?
But that
So I
could be
would
the
imagine
front
they would use
entrance.
that. I don't think it'll be the front entrance. Not very secret, although I suppose it's the last place they'll suspect to look for me.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit nervous, that's all.
Yeah, sure. I say, tightening the reins. There's 4 chairs in here?
Sweaty.
There are 4 chairs.
Oh, you don't get a chair.
Well, there's that.
What?
There's 4 of us.
Yeah, but we've got to save a chair for our host.
Well, yeah.
Is there anything
Hot
you
toddy
want
on
to
the
do in the
table.
room sort of before?
Oh, I just look around, see if there's anything interesting. I'm going through drawers if there are any.
So you find a scroll of speak with plants tucked in one of the drawers.
Oh.
And
I'll let one of
Oh,
the
okay.
worldly.
I like the drawers.
I'm going to say I'll probably make best use of that.
And can you roll an investigation check?
Investigation. Ooh. That is a 15.
A set of 4 silver teaspoons, each engraved with a different facial expression. So you've got the sort of like happy, sad, crying, angry.
Speak with plants, what level is
Silver.
It's a scroll, so it doesn't matter.
I think it's so that he can look it
that?
up.
I say it's on the.
Don't actually know.
Actually, I can probably find it in my thing. Don't worry.
It enables you to speak with plants for half an hour.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. And you find a bronze candlestick shaped like a bird's leg worth 10 GP.
Bronze candlestick.
And sort of
Looting.
very casually, and as you're...
They're all going into the golden pouch as a sort of
Yeah.
These are all things that I can trade for more sweets outside.
That was good.
That's surprisingly high level.
Yeah.
Third level.
Is it? Yes, third level.
Oh, that's within our bounds.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I meant for
No,
what
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's a high level. And it's you sort of wait for 5-10 minutes. You hear sort of footsteps from outside, which I imagine causes you
Go to the chair.
stop your looting.
Scene.
Sculpt the foam into a nice hat.
The door creaks open and a little old woman totters forwards. She wears a grimy, old-fashioned shawl and her skin looks like gnarled bark. A large iron key extends from her back, ticking rhythmically as it rotates. "Sit down, children," she says in a voice reminiscent of crunching leaves. "Let's have some tea." And you notice that as she, so now you can make a performance check, and I'll let you make it with advantage because you are using a minor illusion.
Yeah.
But well, let's see what she does.
I was very tempted when she wanted to say, "Oh, sorry, we're expecting to see your mother."
24.
24. As she sort of looks over at
Just.
El Willow of the Wildo, you see the key start spinning very, very fast, sort of in her back, and then she turns, sort of with a very big grin on her face, which I imagine makes her look pretty horrendous, actually, to the rest of the three of you. It's like, "Please have some tea," and then she pours out.
Not seducing her.
This is tea in the loosest possible.
It's
I
basically-
wouldn't drink
It's basically
this
some leaves thrown in some
tea in
tepid water.
a dirty pot into dirty glasses.
Oh.
She is sort of very insistent that you
I
drink
oh
up
yes,
and
yes, thank you. This is
Oh.
amazing and
you
lovely.
don't get one.
What's that over there? I point out the window.
Make a performance check.
12.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Oh.
Drink up.
I'm waiting for her to look slightly the other way.
And she says, "So, tell me, how did you catch this rapscallion?"
So there we were, camping, when all of a sudden we heard a rustle in the leaves.
Camping. We were looking absolutely fabulous.
Rustle.
Camp, not camping.
Oh,
No, he was being camped over a period of time. Camping.
And yeah, we heard some rustling in the bushes, and so we just carried on pretending to jovially have our dinner as we do, eating those little lovely mushroom people. When suddenly he tried to jump out the bush and surprise us, and bam! In a bag. I pull out a bag from behind me.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. And again, the key is spinning very fast in her back.
we were told what happens when that winds down, weren't we?
So you were told that
Sure
the
we were.
I
faster
can't
the
remember what it
key
was.
spins, the happier she is.
Yeah.
And we
and
need her to be happy.
when the key stops is when most people get really terrified because they are terrified of the hag.
So we're doing really well.
You are doing really well. And then she's keeps sort of she's you get the feeling she's trying to we dress someone up.
Someone up in a disguise to lure him into a trap.
She thinks she's trying to be polite and looking at you guys, but her gaze keeps sort of reverting
Every
back.
time she puts her gaze on him,
to sort of to the Harrington of El Willow of the Wildo.
we hear this is one of many that you're looking for.
Yes, they have been. Well,
Arriba.
See?
Si, senor.
we are at a
No,
bit
no,
of a
no, no.
disagreement internally about exactly whether it is one person in multiple disguises or whether it is in fact multiple people. Given the fact we only ever see one at a time.
Are you in a disguise?
Si.
You're admitting to being in a disguise.
No.
She doesn't speak Spanish.
Oh,
Check her languages.
it does the future Dharma thing of he says "see" and the translator just goes, "I don't know, it's some weird dead language." But yeah, she does not speak Spanish because. Although, if we were playing in Spain, she would
be covered.
Yeah.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but then he probably would be disguised as a Mexican.
But yeah, she
I really hope it is Spanish they speak. Yeah.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's Brazil that's
Brazil
the
speak
outlier of
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Although the Spanish they speak in Mexico is slightly different from
Yeah,
the Spanish they speak.
The
in
Spanish they
Spain,
speak in, the Portuguese they speak in Brazil is Brazilian Portuguese.
Can't
much
speak
how
anymore.
Americans speak a different
Yeah.
language to us.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if we're going to get into this conversation, the American usage of the English language is the less evolved version of the English language because they still say a lot and use a lot of the old English as opposed to New English.
Americans are less evolved than the
We've
British.
not evolved it, yes.
Actually.
It's the lack of tea, really.
And
I
there are
saw a great
also
joke
some...
of why don't British people pronounce the T? And it was ever since that incident in Boston we've learned to be more cautious.
We do more slang. There we go.
I mean, we've got far more diverse accents across a much, much smaller country. We do more slang. Not use, we do. We do more slang.
If I remember rightly, Cortez is American. He's from across the pond.
So we had an American guy start at work and we were teaching him how to insult someone like a British person. It's like you just call them an absolute and then whatever else you can see.
Just think of
And he was just like, no, that doesn't work. And I was
It
like,
does.
yes, it does, you absolute table. And he's like, oh yeah, good point. Just casually insulting my staff there.
It's a teaching experience.
And the alternative, if you want to call it drunk, it's absolutely and then just anything else.
Absolutely trousered.
Absolutely.
He's absolutely vodka.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Have you given the signal to Melissa?
Well, no, because that really made much of a distraction.
Well,
They've
she's
still
with
got
us.
Is this the hag or is
That-
this her
this is
little...
the
No, this is the hag. This is the key. That's why the key's going around the back.
Oh, right.
I keep nudging him under the table. And he's
Just
like,
kicking him
"Ah!"
increasingly. And
Right, then... Oh, this is the hag. Alright, cool.
This is-
I send it to you.
Oh,
you are
you're
now
the
you are having tea with Granny Nightshade.
You hear a
He just
sigh.
suddenly has a realization. Oh, you're the hag.
You just hear a sigh coming out of the Harrington.
It fits his character. Though.
I know.
I thought she had like an assistant, or was that the goblin with the
That
apple?
was the goblin.
Well, then she also has what you got told a mechanical assistant.
So
So
there was a key in her
So
back.
she,
No operation.
she's got a key in her back. The rest are actual automatons.
Yeah.
Alright, well, fair enough.
And most people that have described her have pointed out she has a key in her.
Oh, by
It is-
the way,
Yeah.
Yeah. In case you
This
missed
key that's
it.
going very fast because she's happy.
Yeah. And
Do you
she
remember that discussion?
it's like a dog's tail.
I didn't write it down.
He's going to sit there and go for his book. Go, I don't remember that.
We can get it to
We
spin.
weren't told about this when we were sent to kill you. What?
If we can get it to spin fast enough, does she take off?
Ah, she probably hasn't lubricated her cogs in a little while, so it might just break.
Are you offering to lubricate her cogs?
No. Well, actually, I suppose I'll take one for the team. Someone has to.
She turns to sort of Igo, who's been doing most of the talking. And
In my...
yeah. In your very bubbly
It's
state.
very expressive hand gestures.
Yeah.
And just sort of says, I assume you knew I was hunting him.
I pull out the poster and point at the bit at the bottom where it says heart, and I go,
And then she sort of looks to the three of you, sort of more generally, and just goes, whose heart do you desire?
Pamela Anderson?
no, it wouldn't be Pamela Anderson. It would have to be
Oh.
something like Flamela Panderson or something.
Ah, yeah, sorry, copyright, my bad.
I think just.
Are
can
we?
just say
Is
this
it?
is-
Are we
we just
restricted on whose heart it can be?
Say
Does
the
it have to
archface. Say the archface.
It's someone,
And is it a
someone
heart
you
each?
love. No, the one collectively.
Well, Igo doesn't love anything. Well, no.
He loves food.
More accurately, Igo loves everything. Oh.
But laughing.
Should I be worried? Do I need to suddenly re-prep the entire session?
I'll let you.
Oh no, not. I think it would be better from you.
See, the trouble is as Igo, I wouldn't say her name right. I would love the heart of baklava. I've got a bit of a soft spot for your sister.
Unfortunately, my sister does not have a heart to give.
Oh.
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
I say, oh. I'm going to
And
put
then-
the Harrington under my arm.
You busted the roof.
Who else could it be? What was the name of the new Bollywood king? Just has a heart attack on throne.
Baron
Kill it the
Illig.
first.
Illig the
Illig
first.
the first.
Illig the first.
But she really grinds my gears.
Yeah. Do you know what really grinds my gears? Do you like that side boob? No, because that's my side boob. I mean, Igo doesn't really have anybody that he's truly in love with. Does the wizard have a high school sweetheart that may or may not be alive still?
Can he even remember that sort of thing?
He never had one. It's more just a name on a book that he saw once and was like, "It's a nice name."
Oh, I was just gonna say, you could always try and do something really, but I'd love the heart of Hallister, the Mad Mage from Undermountain. Give them something you really got to work for.
Oh,
Can we
strong.
try and get the heart of the Alicorn? Try and get information.
The heart of the what?
The Alicorn. If they have.
Well, no, kill it.
It's already dead.
Well, no, I think we know that it's not dead. It's just that their horn's been taken.
Well, yes,
because
but
the
they don't
unicorn
tend to,
said
but
that.
they don't tend to stay alive once the
No,
horn
but
is
the
off.
the unicorn said that she would know if they were dead, and they're still alive, but they're hornless. And I think there's a way for us to reunite the horn.
With the thingy here.
Oh.
I don't actually want this, by the way. I just want to know information. Yes, yeah. We'd like the heart of the Alicorn, if you have that.
Heart of an alicorn.
And Alex.
An Alicorn.
An Alicorn. Right, well. Yeah, one lying around.
I've always wanted one as a child. I had them
Yes.
painted on my walls. I would love him and hug him and pet him and squeeze him.
Call him George.
Very well. I will get you the heart of an Alicorn.
Yeah. With that.
She will disappear for about 20 minutes to go.
Does she go? Poof?
Didn't.
Didn't you watch the Conan movie, Never Put the Horn Back?
Which Conan movie?
I remember that in the first one.
Which Conan movie?
It might be the second one, Conan the Destroyer.
Oh, the new Conan.
Or the new with Jason Momoa and Ron Perlman.
I had at least 30
Yeah.
women's hearts that I wouldn't have liked.
I still, the Schwarzenegger Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, there's always.
Second
The
one.
second one, so
Elizabeth
you
Gilligan
mean
from
Conan
Last
the Destroyer
Cavalry.
with Grace Jones and
Yeah.
Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. That was hilarious. Watch us, because I think there's a picture from on the set, and you've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, who for the longest time in movies has always been the big guy that you see, and then you see him stood next to Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain, who's a good foot and a half taller than him. Yeah. Conan the Destroyer.
Haven't seen it.
Good old Grace Jones.
So you do have, or at least you'd imagine you have a couple of minutes while she is off fetching the heart you requested.
Are we just going to try and kill her?
Well, I haven't enough died.
I now turn to you and I go, so, how's the rescue attempt going with the children?
Please
Have
say
you sent
you
the
remember.
signal yet?
Please say you sent the signal.
I think I did it. Yeah, I would have done when you started nudging me the first time.
I love that he doesn't even know.
Have I?
So you've sent the signal to...
Yes.
Yes.
Right, okay.
I have sent the signal, yes.
I'm sure I have. They just sat there.
The woodpecker.
Your bird's just like...
The familiar's still at Little Oak, just like... Where is everyone?
Damn, I slept past my alarm.
Wrong tree.
Winterbow has finally turned up. It's just nudging Winterbow. It's just like, what?
You mean nudging Winterbow's corpse?
You know, we haven't really thought about how you're going to get me out of here.
Well, when
Need
we
to
attack her,
kill
you
the
can join
I
us.
mean,
we just
but
have
a
to call this
reward
one.
split 3 ways is better than 4.
Well, yes, but...
And I mean, realistically, it's only being split 2 ways because I forgot about it.
Well, yeah, to be honest, I think that she gives us the heart and then we just go. Try and surprise
She
her.
comes in like covered in blood. Here you go.
I don't think it is going to work like that, though.
So if we take him out of the disguise and she comes back in and we say, oh no, there was always 4 of us.
I mean, that could possibly work. That could.
Sorry, I didn't have time to plan that far. Okay. So, some time passes. You hear sort of some commotion from the sort of the workshop
Yeah.
next door.
She's trying to rescue a temp before she's just gone back in.
Well, she's probably gone off to get the heart.
Should we go and see what's
Let's
happening
just
out there,
open
or-
the door and have a look.
Yeah.
You do see the rest of the Getaway Gang and the real Will of the Wild sort of doing their best to shepherd some of the many children. And again, there are a lot of children. The book says there's like 11. That seems way too few.
But there's also only 2 girls.
There are 2 tin soldiers.
Are they now incapacitated? But
One
Will-
is, the other is sort of engaged with Will of the Wild at the moment.
Does it have its back to me?
He does.
What?
Donk.
They are.
Got your head.
You're surprised that Will is a...
I find a suitable toy to use to incapacitate it because I don't want to be like when she's walking back through the workshop because a big axe wound in this one.
It's split in half.
But yeah, you can
Yeah.
you can destroy the wooden the tin soldier, and sort of lots of the rest of the children sort of are starting to flee.
And then I'll make my way back to the
So, which room are you all in now?
L3.
I'm
Well,
running
we
that
were
way.
just looking through.
Well, so we were looking through into L4. I bashed the toy soldier on top of the head and then came back into L3.
I'm going to run that way fast.
That door's locked.
I go, and I go back over and tie you back up again.
So, more of the kids escape, and then you see the door sort of at the other end open again, and this time covered in blood and with a rather large heart in her hand. She sort of walks to the middle of the room, and then just sort of stares at you all. Okay, and we'll roll initiative. Because you have been caught red-handed trying to steal.
I haven't.
Waiting for the Jack in the Box to be turned.
Well, there are 2 Will of the Wilds in the room.
Yeah.
Probably isn't doing her sanity any good.
Stay
Hang.
on the opposite side of the room constantly and mimic what he does.
Yeah, alright. I got a really low
I'm
initiative,
the
though.
real Will of the Wilds. No, I'm the real Will of the Wilds.
If you're the real Will,
This has got some smack of that. The game I was running, or I am running, a little while back when they were rescuing you.
Oh, yeah.
There were three versions of you kicking about.
The real one was invisible.
Yes.
So, his character was kidnapped.
Yeah.
My character revealed herself to be a changeling to the party, which he had been hiding for about 6
Oh
months.
yeah, the one that's
Yeah.
And then decided to rescue Alariel, which is his character, by walking into the house where she was held prisoner
As the-
Alariel, and just calling, "Oi!" And Alariel had no idea I was a changeling, so then turned up and saw herself in the room.
And then I think someone else cast an illusion for another one. And then Alariel came out with invisibility, like, 3 of them! And then someone just ran out the back and ah!
So, one of you will get to use the actual Will of the Wild in combat. Who would like to do that?
Well, I think it should be Will of the Wild.
Yeah.
Right.
Will of the
Are you
Wild.
assuming going on their own initiative or on
Yes,
his?
they will need 2 initiative rolls.
So, or a 4 for me, a 5 for him. So he.
Well, at least you're consistent across.
Oh, we go on the same initiative.
The same initiative.
Yeah.
So your dex is higher.
Yeah. I go.
11. Sorry, 13.
I think our dex is the same.
Well,
No,
so
it doesn't matter.
your
Marius got
initiative
11,
modifier is higher.
His is higher. My initiative's higher, yeah. My initiative modifier's higher.
11.
I
You
would
can
always
go
say
at
that,
10,
like,
it's
in a
like,
tie, if your initiative
My-
is higher,
my-
then you go
My
in
dex
faster.
is +3.
Yeah.
+2, yeah, it's you. 14.
Right, I see what you can do.
Actan.
He's actually really good. 9.
And I'm guessing Will is 8.
Yeah. He got a 9, but he's a
Yeah.
plus 1.
Hmm.
So,
How big is Will? What size is he? Small or medium?
Medium, technically.
Okay.
where are we?
So you will be effectively somewhere in the room.
Oh,
I'm guessing I'll still be
I didn't draw
quite
maps
close
because
to
I
the
wasn't
wall.
entirely sure where you would end up fighting her.
No.
Because there are.
Well,
I
I
just-
would assume that I'll be this guy today. I was in the middle of the room beating an automaton on top of the head with a toy. Here we go. Turkey can be the real Will of the Wisp.
And
No one else
pirate.
gets called the right name. Why should he?
Yeah. And we have a pirate for her.
Oh.
Because I haven't got to use it yet.
So you're stood right next to her.
I think you'd be more back with me, wouldn't you? Or
So,
I wouldn't know.
why you just...
You would probably be back here
Yeah.
just
'Cause
because
she came
I
in
came
here.
into
Yeah.
the
We
room.
came in here.
We had you captured.
so she walks into the room. She looks like she has freshly butchered a very large animal and has cut the heart out of it.
Oh, for pity's sake.
You now realise what she meant by "give you the heart of a loved one." She literally.
Oh no, I knew exactly
Yeah.
what was going to be. That's why I was trying to choose fun ones.
Yeah. You could have picked a lot of people, but important campaign people, not so much. You
Yeah,
got to do.
yeah.
You got to do that yourself.
Would I have been able to get the king's heart?
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
She's sort of walking. She walks in and then just sort of.
She walks in, she drops the heart, and I go, "Oh, is that mine?"
Not anymore. And then she sort of lets out a cry. It's like, I knew there were 2 of them. As there is classic and Mexican, and he passed his performance check very well. So it is her up first,
It's like Zorro.
and she is going to go right behind
Not the real Will.
normal. Will.
What?
And she is going to sort of reach out her very clawy hands, and that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
I should hope so.
13. 15 points of poison damage.
Can I borrow pencil?
Sure, yeah.
I'll have to share it.
Yeah, I'll just leave it on there then, shall I? There you go.
And that's I go, isn't
Yes.
it? Well, she's going to tap roll again. In case she or anything? No. So, I go. You're up.
So this is a workshop that's been designed for children to work in, yes?
Yeah.
So these tables are quite low.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to step onto / over the table.
Yeah, it's not. I imagine you can just sort of walk through, almost like sort of like hurdle them.
I will go into a rage. I will choose the form of... We'll go for tail again.
Okay.
It seems to be my favourite one. And then I'm going to recklessly attack.
That's what we like to hear.
20.
Yeah.
So that will be 6 plus 3, 9 points of slashing damage. It's just the first attack that I get the reckless on.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
not.
Alright,
All
recklessly
attacks.
attack and it's all attacks for the rest of the turn,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And then my second one,
Yeah.
higher, for 12 points of slashing damage. Brah! Foaming even more at the mouth with
Terrifying.
actual foam.
And you do notice that the key in her back has come to a complete stop.
I almost want to grapple with it. Just manually turn it.
Marius.
You've gone to the wrong place there.
That's fine.
'Cause
I'm more than happy for things to happen around me.
yeah, you're not. Sorry. Make your dex roll. And can she make a dex roll as well, please? DC 15.
Fail.
Natural 20.
Okay, so she takes 8 fire damage.
Do I take half?
Nope.
Cool. God bless my advantage on dex saves.
I shall move to there and with bonus action to command the spirit, and it will do a here somewhere. Spirits flame seal, I believe it's called.
Yeah, where it shoots the
Yeah,
flaming thing.
which is let's see, an attack roll.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
Just,
He's a main character.
Flame seal plus
he's a badass child.
19 to hit.
Yep.
It makes you realise just how low
For
characters we are.
7 fire damage. And it will.
It is. It would be a hard fight at your levels. That's why there were
No,
options for
yeah.
various people. You can just have him sit in the corner. I mean, Bolver's controlling him. Anything else?
That is it from me.
L.
Right.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
I don't mind hitting you, but Will, I don't want to hit.
It's not. It's not Bolver. What do you care?
I'm stood behind the hag's back going, do it!
In a minute. Where did the heart fall? Just
It's
just
by the
right there. Right.
I'm gonna go pick it up in a minute. I can absorb their power by eating it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
No,
Grow wings and get a horn and...
I'd rather not do that.
So, how long do you think we've got to put it back in the chest of the alicorn?
5-second rule.
Is it still beating?
No.
Oh, fuck's sake, what have I done? Piss. Oh god, right. I'm gonna move sort of this way, so 5, 10, 15.
But Hagatha, I love you.
So as I thought Pavlova might be fun.
It would have been a fun. Like you said, main characters would be...
Yeah.
There's, as much as I'd like to let you just skip part of the campaign, you know,
It makes sense.
Combat is sparse in this. I'm sure ends up missing one of the main ones being.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
then one of them will kill the other.
And I'm gonna cast a second level chromatic orb, and I'm gonna make it. Let's use. We've got a mechanical bit. Let's make it electric damage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to use a divination dice to make the roll a 12 plus 6 to an 18.
And you scream, "Take my electric boogaloo!"
So that is 4d8. Should have enough.
If not, I've got a couple spare.
Oh, those are-
I think Barbara's got enough dice for any
Everyone.
situation.
That's a D8 save.
Can I have a D4 actually?
Yeah, it's easier
You've
to
got
see
3
yours.
right here.
I've got 2.
2 right
There's a
there.
unicorn D4.
I mean, this is
That
2
is-
D4 stuck together.
Just roll D8s for damage then.
That's 7, 13, 21.
Oh.
What's second one? So that's that. And then,
That talk on the Royal Game of the dice that were D4s effectively.
there's odds in 1 and 2, right? And just with
Yeah,
a
it
painted
would-
edge. Isn't
Yes,
it?
well, no, two of the tips had some sort of enamelling or something on it.
Touch tips.
So you rolled 4 of them, and however many of
That's
the
tomorrow.
enamelled were up, that's your score.
Yeah.
Don't really have many bonus actions, but that's going to have to do me. But
Actan.
And then a really interesting D4s. It's like a long square piece of wood,
Okay.
and 1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah.
marks on, and you roll it, whichever one's upright.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like those.
Right, okay, so what
There
we
are
do-
some pretty cool dice that you can get on like Etsy and stuff that are essentially they're just the number of sides and you roll them rather than roll them.
Yeah.
I think there's one that they do like bullet ones, so it's a bunch of different numbers on the side of it, and you just pull it out of the chamber and roll it.
I'm gonna go. Ah! Oh,
Make a strength check.
15.
Yeah, you're fine.
And it was more like if you rolled a 5, you,
Yeah, it was like
you
DC
pull the roll
10.
tighter.
I'm gonna go. I'm the real Will you're looking for. In a Spanish accent.
See, it is me, William
What else? See, he's the imposter. That's really bad.
It's okay, we get cancelled.
And I'm going.
Before we were successful.
I'm going to cast level 3 chromatic orb at cold level, but I'm going to use my portent.
At cold level.
Basically
Cold
cold
damage.
rather than...
I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos, not portent, that's you. So I'm going to roll with advantage, but you get to play silly buggers with me.
Which we will be doing.
Yeah. So I'll roll. Where's my bloody spellcaster? There it is.
Oh, we probably should do wild magic for this as well. Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, no, as in general, I forgot that.
Ah.
Yeah.
I can roll.
So, yeah, you two cast spells, so can you each roll a d20?
I didn't cast a spell.
Do you know your flames
Zero.
thing?
No, that's
Oh,
the Wildfire
shit.
Spirit's ability.
Ah,
there you go.
And then it was his bird that... Not bird, his
Bird.
flame bird
Yeah.
that cast the spell.
Okay, we're both casting the same spell, aren't we?
Yeah.
10.
you're fine.
Were you good?
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll roll advantage to shoot her.
Shoot,
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Crunchy crits!
Crunchy crits. So what's that? 5d8.
Well, how many d8 is the spell?
5d8 roll.
so
40
yeah, so
plus
that's 40 plus whatever extra, because you...
It's 40 plus 5d8.
Plus 5d8, yeah.
Okay, so 40 plus
That's an interesting
Another
dice.
one or?
5. 9, 10, 15,
Yeah,
7,
yeah.
22. So 40, 50, 62.
Cold now.
How much?
62.
62. It wasn't
Oh,
level
crunchy
3.
crit.
Yeah, crunchy crit.
So he started at 40.
I'll roll on.
Roll a d100.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I've
Because you just fail.
I caught it. Let it go. It's on the floor. I've done it. 56.
You die instantly.
Excellent. I am not the willow.
Not the wheel you're looking for.
Where did I put the table?
Is it? No.
No, it will be in the book somewhere.
There it is.
There it is.
I like that.
56.
I'm not paying 20 quid for them.
You're bald.
I'm what?
Ball.
Bald.
Completely.
All of your hair falls
all
out.
of your hair falls out.
Does your fake mustache fall
It's not
Yeah,
my
that's
real
it.
hair though, is it?
Yeah, no, your fake moustache is still there.
I was a white fairy
Literally,
Harrington.
you go, ha ha, and as it goes, you go,
Your fur will grow back, but
Yeah.
in time.
it's just,
I'm not.
we can collect that, we can make a pillow. That's Harrington.
And then, well,
Right. Well, I'm just gonna go there for a bonus action. I'm the Will. Right, Will. So he looks like he's getting a little bit more healthier.
only if he loses health.
Yeah, he did, didn't
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
he? He's got at least one hit point. Right. He's going to shrink in size.
Okay.
Go to a small size character.
Mhm.
These tables, right?
Yes. Well, so imagine more like a workshop, so there will be benches and
Can,
various other.
can I
things.
hide under it?
Yeah.
Go around here and then action disengage and then it's going to hide under a table and actually
Roll to hide.
He's basically gone under, then he's like gone down to the far end.
26.
Okay.
Is that right? Is
Yeah.
that a word of that? Yeah, so skulk is a bonus action.
Mhm.
That's what he's just done. Hide action immediately after the... Yeah. Yeah, cool. So I want him to hide. That's it. The action was disengage, bonus action was hide.
And all we hear
and he's
is,
smaller.
With no Will of the Wild.
So you do look like.
Because
In-
those are the ones that there are quite a few that you can get in that sort of style that they're
Yeah.
more sort of elongated. You can get like potions, so like a D4 is a triangle potion pot, and then they're things, so
Yeah,
they're more
they do
roll
look nice,
sideways rather than roll traditional.
I mean, I like the look of those as well, but I'm not paying 20 quid for them.
With no Will of the Wild
Mhm.
next to her, she turns to the foaming
Yep.
orc,
She
half
has
orc.
advantage.
She does indeed.
I didn't
That's
just realise they're
19
wearing
plus.
high heels.
That was lucky. Okay.
That is going to hit.
That was good.
So I go wears high heels.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that is
that is Igo with a little teddy bear on his backpack.
10, 15, 14. First hit is 18 poison damage.
Mhm.
She is not in a good mood.
Can't soak that either.
Second one is 17 plus 7.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, hits. 8, 12, 15, 16. That's 20 points of poison damage.
Mhm.
And then,
Still
Not-
at 27 hit points.
not wanting to be outdone, she shrinks in size as well. Except she is only 4 inches tall. So
Can
she,
I try and counterspell that if she tries it?
Oh, yes,
That's-
yes, you can.
it's not a spell.
Ah,
Oh, okay, damn! Fair enough.
I do love a good cat.
Yeah, Hoover.
Wow, she moves away, she's still going to take an attack.
She is. So she will be moving away, so you can take your attack of opportunity.
This is not an advantage, is it?
No.
Ooh, 17.
Hits.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
And she runs away, and very similar to what Will does, goes and hides somewhere. For all intents and purposes, yeah, you can't see her.
Oh dear.
I go.
What is it to try and see her?
It would be a perception check.
Perception check.
We need to get a fairy file on
I don't have that.
I think I know what we tell the kids I'd like for Christmas.
That's Cox, I think.
But I could just cast Shatter. That's a bit of an AoE. So.
So I don't know if it
That would be a 17. Sorry, 16.
You don't see her.
Retro.
Do you, again, you are looking for a very small figure in sort of a very cluttered workshop.
I'm just gonna go and start flipping tables.
Yeah.
I'll sort of wander in the direction that she'd gone, flipping tables as I go.
Get the one
Like putting my
bited.
axe through one, that sort of thing.
Causing a ruckus.
Other than that, there's not really much. That I
Actually,
can do.
there's a good question. Is there any kids still in here? Cool.
I think everybody kind of escaped, and we're just.
Finishing.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that I can do in this
Marius.
instant, and my rage will fade
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
because I didn't attack.
Well, you have until
You
Oh no, I took
you've got
damage
attack. Yeah, you've
last
got
turn,
hit.
so I should still.
you have until the start of your next
Yeah.
turn to either take damage or attack something.
That's right.
You can attack one of your friends. That is an attack.
But I will say to anyone who can heal that a heal might be useful. I kind of go, that really hurt. Yeah, I'm.
Marius, over to you.
Right, I shall go 5, 10,
So again, you can't see her on the map.
20. I know roughly where she is though.
You know the direction she went into.
We'll just take that.
Yes, well,
Burning hands.
what's the...
Oh, we haven't got the rings, don't we?
What rings?
Got a ring on it.
If you like it, then you should.
Yeah.
Have we got any
Dex save.
concentration or anything?
But what is... Well, is it
15-foot range. It's a cone. 15-foot cone.
Okay.
So
Which is
it'll
why
be-
burning hand. I know roughly where she
originating-
is.
Yeah. What's the DC?
15.
That is a fail. Even at advantage.
And that is 12 fire damage.
So you don't see her.
You just hear.
Yeah. you sort of get the sense that your spell has...
Do we see a
That's
spark
right.
of smoke come off of something?
Yes, but equally there are other flammable things in this workshop too.
I shall step to there, and I shall use a bonus action to cast my spirit, which will go to here. Teleport. Can she please make a dex save? As long as she's within 5 foot of it.
Yeah, you don't. You miss her.
Okay.
So again, you know she's in an area, but you gotta
That's Honey, I Shrunk the Hand.
Well, I mean, it's anything within 5 foot.
Honey, the hag shrunk itself.
But don't forget, Burning Hands has a bigger radius than.
Yeah. Chocolate.
I'm okay for that.
Chocolate.
Oh no,
Oh my
it wasn't the
God,
spell, was it? I was going to say.
But you did cast Burning Hands, so roll a d20.
2.
Roll a d100.
I mean, technically, this was an innate ability rather than a direct
No,
spell.
Burning Hands.
But
Right.
Because I'm a fire ganassi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
I
are
can
still.
cast it as a spell, but you can also use Reach the Blaze. But I don't, I'm not.
Yeah, I would still probably classify it as a spell. It's just a different way of casting it.
47.
47.
Not a pop mark this time.
For this purpose, it was a spell.
Yeah. Okay. A unicorn controlled by the DM appears in a space within 5 feet of you, then disappears 1 minute later.
See the alicorn.
Or is it the dead alicorn?
It disappeared. It's an undead alicorn.
Oh! I was going to use the turkey for it, but no, okay. I've got more Lego figures,
Right.
it's fine. Yeah.
We've got some figures in there.
I mean, we can swap a Lego figure for Will and use the turkey for
No, that's
the
okay.
unicorn.
I'll use Lola Bunny instead.
Any idea?
Oh yeah, it's Lola Bunny that thing.
It's the wife.
But I want milkshake. Okay.
Well, I don't know how I could help that.
Does she want you to bring your milkshake so all the boys will come to her
Come
yard?
yards. They're like, it's bigger than yours.
I'm assuming that the unicorn is hostile to you.
Not necessarily.
It
It's
doesn't say
DM
that.
control.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want.
I would assume in this situation, based on where we are and what this thing is and what this thing has done, but I would say it's at your discretion.
So you watch as the unicorn.
Slips in the heart of the alicorn.
Well, so the unicorn sort of bursts into existence, which I imagine is quite surprising to everyone.
Yeah.
And it turns around and sort of looks at the heart on the floor. And unfortunately, I rolled a natural 20 for deception. So, yeah, it is aware that something in this room just killed an alicorn.
I hope it can sense blood, because the thing covered in lots of blood is the hag.
Yeah.
Sort of smell out the scent of alicorn.
So, that was it from you, Maris. Ethel.
What this does prove, though, and I think the wizard should write this down, unicorns have a understanding of anatomy, their own anatomy. Oh, I love it. A jaw with teeth.
Yeah,
Right, so hearing the shout from the hag. So what was shatter again?
It's a reasonable amount.
10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
So you'd have to choose a square,
Yeah.
and we know it's not this one,
Yes, I'd say a bit.
It's in.
but it's within
That's
this
there,
area.
yeah.
So
that.
maybe
Yeah,
there.
so I'll put it there.
Yeah.
10 feet.
So we center
So
there.
about
10 feet
The
is
second red one.
a 10-foot cube. Is the white the is it cube or sphere?
Sphere.
So it's radius.
Yeah, 10
So
foot
10
radius.
foot radius is here.
So it's 20 foot.
You will be able to hit her with that, and yeah, you'll be able to cast
Cool.
it, avoiding
That is a
avoiding people.
con 14 save, please. Thank you very much.
I have all the toys.
I cannot roll a freaking saving throw tonight.
Yes.
3d8. Should have enough for that.
She wants a milkshake now, even though you can see
Yeah.
it right there.
Yeah. I ignored it.
But she wants a milkshake now.
That
We've got an ad
is,
break, so we can say
Unless she subs to me, and then she can keep harassing you.
that is 16.
She has access to your card, right?
unfortunately.
Thunder damage.
Yep, she takes it.
And also,
Milkshake Junction isn't a thing anymore.
And it is-
any
it is loads
non-magical
of cakes,
object
though,
isn't
which
being
is-
worn or carried takes damage if it's near. So that's like a 10-foot area of just
Destruction.
toys and stuff.
Yeah. But again, she is small enough to hide in the general.
Yeah.
So a piece of shrapnel is
This is
going to
where
do much more damage.
This is where you find out
Yeah.
that Santa Claus actually hired her to make the toys. Now kids aren't getting these toys now.
Or a Costa Black
Oh.
Forest hot chocolate bee.
I'm presuming that you're B.
I am B, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, I'm trying to work here, right?
Is that because of your stinger that she calls you B?
You can only use it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Except he's used it twice.
Well,
Allegedly.
And as a bonus action, could the familiar try and make a perception check and then alert me, or would that have to be more of an action in and of itself?
Familiar's not in the room.
It came in with Will the Wild and stuff.
You didn't tell it to.
Oh.
You just told it to give the signal. It just stood on a tree.
You can tell it to start coming back, but yeah, the
Yes.
woodpecker is waiting where the ambush was.
Come here, damn bird.
It's
Should
an
have
open
put more
hero.
bird brain in your ear.
But roll a d20 for the
Yeah.
well.
You're a little bumblebee.
Could you embarrassing me, Ma?
Just fine.
Bit worried that you'd call your wife
You're
Mom.
Just about.
4. Oh god, where?
Actan.
Huh. Tell you what, I'm going to nonchalantly walk through the rubble. 5, 10, 15, 20. Come get me! I'm the real Will!
Is this just a rubble zone, or is it like difficult terrain, that sort of thing?
I'm not going to call it difficult terrain, but it is.
/ ban.
No, that's fine. I'm
No, we want the
I'm quite
viewers.
enjoying it. Is there any embarrassing stories that you can tell us, Kelly?
Yeah, there's loads. If you want a milkshake.
It's not.
Oh, yeah, if you want a milkshake.
They do what I do, talking to the screen.
It's not difficult terrain, but it is just destruction.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's pretty easy. To
Don't walk through there barefoot.
Ah, ah, ah.
I
a
imagine
bunch of
Harrisons
jumping
are
jacks.
barefoot anyway.
Well, it's a hairy.
I mean,
hairless
it's more of a
barefoot.
rabbit
Yeah.
than a barefoot.
I can't really do anything at the moment, but I'm going to
Have pictures too.
I'll have to get her to send me some, and then we can oh, what's this accidental slideshow that's just coming up?
No, that'll be the ad. That'll be ad break at half time.
I'm going to go. Wait, who's got a better perception out of all of us? Is it you?
I think it's me. I've got a perception of
Mine is 0, I believe.
+7.
Yeah, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go. You want me? Go get me. I'm the real Will. And then I'm going to go. What's your character's name? Maris.
No.
I'm going to go. Maris, where is she?
Well, the real
As I give
Will
you
of
an
the Wild,
inspiration to
please
try and
stand
find
up.
out where she is. So I give you
Will.
a D6. Where's my D6? My inspiration dice. And you can use it on rolls or damage or healing if you want.
Can't use it on damage.
You can for one one.
Oh, for your right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can for him.
Yeah.
He's special.
I am very special.
Or different. Yeah, I know there are different ranges.
Yeah, mine's magical inspiration. Yeah, that's all I can do. I can't really do anything else.
Will.
Right?
I think he now needs to run out and be all like, no, I'm Spartacus. I mean, Will of the Wild.
Daddy Ribble. I want to sneak attack her, but she's gone now. Tell you what, I'm going to go 5, 10. I go, no, I'm the real Will-o'-the-Wisp.
You can't catch me. I'm the
15.
Will of the Wisp man.
20. 25. And I'm going to go, I'm the real Will. And as a bonus action, I'm going to skulk. And I'm going to move half my speed under a table. I assume
Yeah.
is there a table here?
Yeah, there'll be something you can hide
Yeah.
under.
And I'm going to try and hide again.
Okay.
29.
You think you're hidden?
We can't see him.
That was a natural 19. And again, that's all he can do because unless he's got perception. Has he got perception? No, he hasn't.
Well, he will have a perception.
Yeah, but it's not great. But my action would be. No, could I percept as an action? So I haven't really done an action, have I?
Yeah, you can try and find her.
The
Make a
skulk.
perception
Yeah,
check.
the skulk is a bonus action, so I would like to percept first and then
Yeah.
skulk.
Yeah, you can look for her as you're walking.
Perceptions. What's that? Wisdom or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Yeah, so it's 13.
Yep, no.
Yeah, then I'll go skulk and hide.
Okay.
That's him done.
It is the unicorn's turn. Okay. Hadn't planned for this one.
Have you got the stats for unicorn?
Yeah. Well, Google is very
Yeah,
helpful.
Yeah. If I tuck my shirt, I have, yeah. I don't want to show people my belly as I take the top off. Oh no, nip slip. Whoops.
Sorry. Did I do that?
Against TOS, against TOS.
Unicorns are pretty good, actually.
They are
Well-
a mythical creature.
They are. And a unicorn is in the room with the heart of a dead alicorn. So it's going to lash out at the nearest thing, which I think is Marius.
Oh, balls. He could have
Is that
found her.
Marius?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have found her. He's got an ability in it. He could have found her.
So he is, the unicorn is going to try and gore you with a horn.
He
Four,
could
that's a
presence
natural
of
one.
beast who was
And then it's going to
unfair
try and kick you with a
within
hoof
30 feet.
for a natural 2.
Oh.
Is your AC
Yeah,
9?
Next
No.
turn. Next turn I'll do that
Next.
properly.
Yeah.
She's not protected from divination magic.
It is going to move off
She might
in this
be going
direction, so
to-
you can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
I won't do
Are
that.
you going to attack her with a unicorn?
I think we want to remain on the good side of the
Yeah.
unicorn.
Cool. Back to the top of the round, and it is Scabbers' turn. She is going to go back to being sort of her full size and sort of emerges out of the rubble behind Willow.
The real Will of the Wisp.
I have obviously the real. Oh no, this is going to hurt.
behind the real. As you did too good of a job. 25.
Even my thing don't work. Yeah, sure. Actually, depends on what damage it is.
Poison.
I think that works on poison.
14, 18,
It does.
21. 25 points of poison damage.
I'm going to react.
Ow!
No,
I got a boo boo.
I'm going to level 2 absorb elements,
So you're half the damage.
which is what is it, 2d6? Do I have to roll?
No.
What's the hit when you take the next turn? Oh, the next turn
So-
takes 2d6 damage if I use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the spell captures a go energy, sort of expending attack. You have resistance to the trigger damage type, which is poison.
Okay.
So you take half damage.
So what's it? 25. You said.
25, so you'll take
14.
12.
So you round down.
Oh yeah.
It's always to the player's advantage.
Yeah.
So we would round down, but if it was a mob, technically they round up.
I always round down.
I've taken
It's
12
just easier.
poison damage, and next attack will do an extra 2.
Yeah, because there's that whole sort of like
poison.
it's always to the advantage of the players and the
The
disadvantage
first time
of
you
the.
hit with a melee attack.
Well, she's going to attack you again for another 25.
Jesus.
It will be poison. 2, 4,
I could go
9,
down.
14, 19, 22, 26,
So,
down to 13.
Oh, of course, resistance carry
Yeah.
on. God for that! I would have been down. I am in serious trouble.
And then once again, she is going
Not the will-o-wisp.
to shrink herself to be a tiny figure. She is going to run away, so you can take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And then she is going to try and
Oh.
hide somewhere
I need
in.
Warcaster to use spells as an attack of opportunity, don't I? So I
Yeah.
have to stab her with a dagger. Then.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a magical dagger.
it is. 20. Dirty.
Yep, yeah.
So it is a D4 plus 2.
So I imagine you sort of see her shrinking. Dan, you take a photo.
Can you check your messages, please?
Oh, I'm working here.
No, it's fine. We will. We'll take a little break for you to check him.
Right, so D4. Oh, nice, 4. So that's 6 piercing damage, and then. Oh,
Does your attack do the poison damage
It
back
will.
as well?
Yeah.
yeah.
If that's
Oh, that's
you
what
roll.
that is. Okay.
Okay. And then 8 poison.
It does 4 damage.
So
Four
you're immune
plus
to
it.
poison.
Okay.
Unsurprisingly, a creature that.
Uses
That's
poison.
poison. Is immune to poison, yeah. Yeah, because I couldn't choose whatever. It was,
No,
it was
it's
whatever I
whatever you-
chose.
It works if they're casting sort of
If
a
they're a
different
caster,
spell.
Yeah.
it'll probably work. But if it's an innate ability. She is just naturally poisonous.
Yeah.
I'm in
But
trouble.
It still allows you to half your damage.
Sorry, she's not poisonous. Technically, she would be venomous.
But yeah, she disappears back into being a tiny creature and disappears back among the general rubble in the room. Do you want to take a break?
We can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need to take a break?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
You don't need to check your messages.
I've just checked.
Alright, we'll do one more round and then take a break.
It's not urgent.
Okay.
It will be. I'm going to. I presume that I can't see her.
No, you can. You have to.
I'll
look
make a
her.
perception check.
Hold on. I'm gonna make it an 18.
18.
Plus.
She is hiding over there.
Sweet.
There you go.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
The sofa's made up for you, apparently.
Yeah. You'll be dead to the world when I go home.
Are they making threats to your wife on Twitch?
That's
Should I
not
hold off on releasing this mod? That would be
That hits.
well over, yeah. That will be 8 damage, slashing. Oh, and the second one is a 17, not 17, 15.
Miss.
Ah. Ah. And then, yeah, And then...
And then.
Okay. Marius.
So,
Or you can sleep in the cat house.
I barely get a bum cheek in there.
Especially with the cat in there.
Do you need healing?
Yes. I think you do as well, don't you?
Yes, but I can't get to him. Well, I can use healing word, but I can't use.
It's not going to make a difference.
Well, I tell you, if she hits me again, I am going to be a stew.
Yeah.
She will technically have to hit me twice to take me down.
15.
One time for me.
But she does get advantage on her attacks against me.
I will
Or if I
cast
crit against you.
Cure wounds at 2nd level on you,
Is it minus your hit points in order for you to die?
which is.
But yeah, if you go down to like half
Yeah,
your max in one attack,
yeah.
13 hit points back.
but I don't. I don't
That
think.
dice can be used on it as well.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
If I wanted to.
A
Yeah.
wink.
if I wanted to. I could.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
Just making sure.
13.
You're fine.
Unlucky, right?
Or you should do it in other areas where the wild magic is on a 1 and a 13.
Yeah.
So it's on different,
Well, so
it's
you
a
could,
number
you could sort of arbitrarily come up with it's a 1 in 5 chance, but I'm going to choose the 5 numbers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
different
cool.
numbers, so
I like
it's
that idea.
yeah.
Because like Dad used to do it, so whenever you'd have to make a percentage roll, there were certain numbers that were classified. So he did like 42
69.
and 69 were special numbers that meant that special things happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was something I was thinking about doing for different wild magic zones.
This wild magic zone, everything's like cartoony elf toys, that sort of thing. It's like, hey, come with us. I'm a real boy.
So.
There was something I read about that. That was really one.
Alright, it's going to do the
About Pinocchio,
Yeah.
Flame
Is it
Seed,
the fact
which
that,
is a ranged attack.
Roll to hit.
Giuseppe is actually Dobie from the Seven Dwarfs.
I'm
The
gonna
reason
use
that
that as
Dobie
well.
doesn't have a beard and everything is because he was a foundling. He's not a dwarf. He's a human.
17 to hit
Hit.
for 9 flame.
Takes it.
But it's that whole thing of because they look very similar. They've got a very similar look, but it's because it's a lot
So they're-
easier to use old plates than it
and
is to
that's-
make a whole new scene.
Well, that's what that whole Robin Hood. If you look, there's so many scenes that have been reused
Well, yeah.
at all.
Right.
All of the animals
So-
look like animals that are already
5,
in.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I think it's time for a little bit of fun. Can I get a dex save, please? 14.
Lightning bolt.
Yes.
Pass.
Damn it, Al.
Half
You had to
damage.
pass that one, yes. It's still half. So that is 8d6. I might need a... No, I have 4, so I'll just roll.
There's 4 right there.
What would happen if Pinocchio said, "I am a liar"?
He
He'd
would
be telling
fold
the
in on
truth.
himself because a paradox has been created.
Well,
That's what
is
I
he a
would-
liar?
17.
Pinocchio does tell lies, therefore he is a liar. He's telling the truth.
21.
Just because a liar
He
can
is not-
still tell the truth, a liar doesn't.
30 electric, halved to 15.
I always lie would be.
Yeah, him saying he's a liar is not. He's saying he's lying in that statement. He's saying he has lied at some point in his life. Actan.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a cat.
You need to shout to the unicorn that it's the hag that killed the alicorn.
Ah, it's behind me as well, isn't it? So let me turn around.
You need just get her. She's the one. Look, she's covered in blood.
I'm gonna go. We come to save.
The alicorn.
The alicorn. Yeah. We come to save the alicorn. She took the heart, and we come to
Elidon.
deal with the revenge.
That's when she goes, they told me to do.
Whisper it to it.
Make a charisma check.
17.
19. She is more convincing than you.
Oh no.
Because yes, she is. As you're trying to convince the unicorn
They said they wanted its heart.
that she is putting the unicorn or the alicorn's blood on your hands. You asked for it.
Yeah, mage.
Oops. I made an oops.
Some mistakes were made.
Right, as a bonus action, I'm gonna like, unicorn is not listening to me. Ah! as I cast a bonus action, Mantle of Inspiration. So I assume talking to it would be my action.
Yeah.
So as a bonus action, spend one of my use of my bardic inspirations to grant 5 temporary HP to up to 3 creatures you can see that can see me within 60 feet.
So the hag, the unicorn.
then each of them creatures can immediately use a reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks, if you want to move. So I'm going to this one, and
5 temporary, wasn't it?
so 5 temporary hit points. And if you want to, you can use a reaction to move.
5 temporary hit points.
Yeah, but obviously you don't want to move.
I will take 5 temporary hit points. No, 5 temporary hit points.
And if you want to get out of the way, you can. But
And then I will go to here.
I'll dive behind the bar. Or...
that just to let you know that use your reaction. Just make.
No, I'm not going to move.
It's going to use my reaction.
Yeah.
I will wait a minute then.
Yeah, I was going to say you might want to
Yeah.
keep your
Yeah, I'm
reaction.
gonna
if you're there.
save mine.
This one.
Okay. Anything else from you? The real Will of the Wild. Would you please stand up?
No, really.
Is it him?
No.
Okay. That's the unicorn.
Hence
Oh.
the horn on top of his head. Oh.
There we go. I thought that was it before we changed it. I like sneak. I'm not going to get there without her seeing me. Or is she facing me?
Well, she would have to make a perception check against your stealth.
If you want to do it
Because your
stealthily.
stealth was
I can't even get within
Is
range
it
of
what
me.
your stealth was when you hid, or is it
It
a
would be
stealth
when you
check
move.
on the move? Yeah.
I can't
'Cause
get there.
In combat, it's every round.
Yeah.
you roll.
Unless he's got. No, he hasn't got.
He can attempt to sneak up on her.
I don't think he's got the move.
I ain't got the movement. I'm 5 foot out.
You can just sit there.
What I'm doing, I'll move into the next table. You know.
The two of you standing next to each other. Just, it's like, see, we're the same.
I'll use his
Lightning
bonus
bolt.
action to skulk and hide there for a 15.
Yeah, you're hidden.
Cool.
Or you think you're hidden.
I should have just. Yeah, next turn he'll actually do something. You'll go.
It is the unicorn's turn. And as the hag was more persuasive than you guys, the unicorn is going to charge the wizard.
Oh no. Hold on. Can I?
Can you say no?
No.
Well, a bonus action, not reaction. Damn it. I'm gonna try Misty Step.
Yeah.
No, there are very few reactions.
He's just moving around.
A reaction would be
God.
shield.
Yeah.
If obviously it's worth it.
So yeah, it's going to try and charge you for... Well, the first attack missed, so the second attack will hit. So you're lucky you don't get the charge, because that was a 9.
Right.
But the hooves is a natural 20.
Oh!
So that's 27 to hit.
Oh dear God. Yeah.
That will be
So
12,
we've
16,
not got a wizard anymore. We've got a bag of dust and goo.
21. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage. As you manage to dodge the horn and
How
then
much?
don't get the hooves.
So what was it? 23? Was it?
27.
27. Right. Oh. I'm at 15. So those 5 actually come in very useful. So I had 37.
So that is the end of the round. Do we want to take a break or
Yeah,
push
we'll
through
take
to?
Well, how much do you think we're going to get in one more, 2 more
I imagine
rounds?
there's one more round probably in this.
If there's one more round, let's
Okay.
do the one round and then...
Yeah.
Okay, back to the top of the round. Looking incredibly frustrated, looking very hurt. You can see that her appearance really is a facade.
I mean, we've been going for 2 hours anyway, so are we going to, at the end of this, call it for the session?
No, they're probably
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
stuff to do in Loom Latch. You can see the sort of the her painted white face is sort of cracking. She is not in a good way, and sort of turns, and you can hear. I imagine sort of the internal springs and stuff doing that. Doing. You attack recklessly, didn't you, Fluffy?
I do.
Come on, crit. No, 19.
Reaction.
Of.
I'm going to use my tail
Oh right, okay.
to give myself a bonus of a D8 to my AC.
Holy hell. Yeah, that's good.
Fuck.
Hit!
Was that a 1 by any
That
chance?
was a 2.
Oh.
10, 15,
But my AC is +2 now.
19, 23.
Yeah, I'm still standing.
Second attack.
I'm still standing on 9 hit points.
17 plus 24.
Yeah, you'll be standing much longer, right?
7, 9, 11, 13, 18, 22.
Cool, I got a 1 hit point. Because
You are too
I'm a
angry to
half-orc.
die.
So we'll just take that down to 1 hit point, and we'll spend my lovely
Orcish endurance.
orcish endurance, or not endurance, because that's stone's endurance. Orcish
Rage.
relentless endurance it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So when I would be reduced to 0 HP but not killed, I can drop to 1 HP instead once per long rest.
I would have had to have critted and rolled really well to actually kill you.
Yeah, because if we're going minus half our hit points,
Yeah.
that's 32.
Actually, to be fair, on a crit,
I thought
you
it minus your total hit.
there's,
No, it's
To be fair,
DM's discretion.
on a crit, it would have added 40.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It would have had a chance. It would have been close.
However, you are too angry to die.
Yeah. My turn?
It's your turn.
Cool.
She may have realised she may have bitten off slightly more than she can chew.
Oh,
Yeah, she sort of strikes. I imagine she strikes you down,
I have,
and then
I have a big grin on my face.
you just sort of get back up. It's just like, hello. It's like, oh.
15, 20, yep. Oh, no.
17, and then the second
10, 15,
one,
20,
crit.
Roll your damage.
So the first one that wasn't the crit is 5. And the crit is
9 plus.
9, 12, 24.
The unicorn very much is still there. Yes, as I imagine, Scavathar has been laying into Igo for sort of the last 2 rounds. Got him to the floor, and then Igo's just like, no.
That's not how my story ends.
How do you...
I hit her, and then I swing around behind her and pull the key out of her back.
Yeah.
with a big sort of wrenching and
I
grinding...
hold it up like a keyblade.
You do rip sort of... There are some gears and everything attached to the end.
It wasn't supposed to come out.
No. It's akin to sort of ripping her spine out, to be honest.
Yeah.
And she collapses to the ground, dead.
Full size?
Yeah.
Cool.
Anything else from you?
No, I'm going to finish up with the whole panting really heavily saying, she's the one who killed the fucking Alacor.
Make a charisma check.
Cool.
No, you're not competing against anyone.
11.
Yeah, why not? And the unicorn will look at you and then will simply teleport somewhere else.
Okay, I did have a plan that might have helped on that one.
And then will disappear from this plane in about another 30 seconds anyway.
Yeah.
So, very briefly, there were 2 unicorns in the...
We doubled the population of unicorns, guys. And then we halved it again.
But the fight is ended. We will take
We'll
a
take
bit of a
5
break
minute
there.
Yeah. We'll be back in 5 minutes so that Bulwer can discuss with his wife his sleeping arrangements.
Save his marriage.
just realise what you said.
So you have successfully defeated Scabatha Nightshade, otherwise known as Granny Nightshade, Scabatha Christie, or whatever fun names you have come up with her in the last few sessions. You are pretty much free to do whatever you want with Loomlurch now.
New home?
No,
Oh.
we need to make sure that the kids are rescued. They're not like being held at automaton gunpoint.
I did say I was going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, I was to say, if you want to save your spell slots, I can do it. I've got a level 3 if you need.
I've got still got 2 level 3s and 4 level 1s and a level 2.
I can fight over him.
We roll a
12.
d20.
12 hit points.
12, did you say?
I did say that. 15.
You're fine.
Are you still wanting?
I would love
I'm
if he
on
healed
13.
you and then accidentally lightning bolted you at the same
I,
time.
I will do one as well then to offset the load.
Do you want to roll
You do as well. You
d20?
need healing as well, right?
Yeah, but I can just tell.
I mean, we could probably actually take a rest at some point.
Yeah.
I do have more spell slots than you, though. I will say that.
Why don't we
Bart's
take
a
a
full.
why don't we
Oh, no,
take a
you
short
did
rest?
most faster,
Whilst
I'd
Will
like
make
to
sure
try
that
and
we'll
deal-
get Will to make sure that all of the kids are safe.
And then I
Yeah.
turn around and go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can take a short rest. So you notice you more or less have sort of free range of Loomlurch
Oh,
now.
yeah.
No, it's alright. It's hanging on for
Um,
now.
Short resting.
So there is a set of keys on Scabatha's waist. You can keep it if you want. He won't be doing much else. There is a set of keys on Scabatha's waist. You can take.
Take
You've already
that.
taken the key from her back.
We'll loot her.
We'll also take
and then-
her head because we'll need some sort of proof for the hag, and
Well,
she's not
well,
getting the key.
I'm sure she pretty much knows, maybe.
But yeah, you
I
can take.
suspect she will know.
You can take her head as well, and you can all take a short rest. So as you're sort of sitting, resting, taking it easy, you can grab sweets in the market as well. You watch as the town sort of becomes overrun with kids. It's sort of now, going back, it's sort of escaping sort of their various workrooms. You realise that there were other workrooms besides the one that you were in, and Loomlurch is now appearing to be quite a bustling, very noisy,
I
very
assume that
annoying town.
People are now coming out being all like, oh, this is so much better
Well,
now that...
All of the kids that were chained, sort of Will is going around breaking them free,
Yeah.
and and again the tin
This
soldiers
is when we
have
find out that
stopped
it's
working.
Outside of the tin soldiers and the goblins in the market, this town's full of kids.
Pretty much, yeah. There's not a lot left in Loomlurch besides
Are the
that.
goblins still out there?
They are.
So Will is basically, what's his name?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
I wonder what they'll give me for, like, a hag's kidney.
Or a cog from a...
You can have free things from the market. They are. They don't really know what to do anymore. They're just sort of sitting there like, yeah, okay, it's fine.
What will they give us for an alicorn heart?
I think we need to try and do something.
Oh, let's go find the
Yeah,
alicorn's
well,
body.
Yeah.
Or we could take it to the lake and give it to...
I don't think we want to be showing the part of potentially her lover.
We found it!
This is all we can find. It was like that when we found it. Just pull the bits of fuzz and toys off of it.
This is where you find out the alicorn was secretly in here anyway. She knew exactly who it was.
Oh no, I think
Make
someone had
a
control of the alicorn.
Survival check.
To survive in the city of children.
I tell you what, did I do good as an actor?
I mean,
16.
she believed it.
Oh, yeah.
This doesn't look like an alicorn heart.
She
It looks
duped you.
like a horse's heart.
A what?
Horse's
We're
heart.
gonna go in and just find some horse lying on the floor with some wings taped on it. Like a wrench on it.
Sink plunger.
You do realise that she was trying to fool you.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, but we were trying to fool her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More successfully, I would say.
That was the fastest Elor's heart's gone in several years.
So
A whole 2 beats.
Oh, he was feeling a bit faint there for a second.
so we're doing a short
What's
rest.
this
Yeah,
feeling?
we'll have all had a short rest. So, word, you know, sit down for an hour. Word does seem to have spread already about her downfall as sort of pixies and various other fey creatures.
We're going to have to prove it to Baklava.
I don't think we will.
Oh, there is
I just
also-
want something just in case she does want proof. She's not getting the key.
you know, sort of various pixies sort of start emerging in the town, and they're all sort of very confused about what's happening, but they sense that something is happening here. So, what would you like to do now?
I think we need to have a little look around the rest of this place. See
Yeah.
if there's anything, because
Yeah, see.
obviously this is the hag's base of operations. So any sort of clues towards, because there's the castle where Slevenair is
Well, let's
being
take it
kept,
sort of room by.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I would
take
like to
it room
play
by
with the
room.
toys.
Yep, there are quite a few. You are free to do
Ride
so.
a bike.
Where would you like to go?
We'll just start at other bases. So we'll go into L7,
Yeah.
go out to L9, then
There's
move our way up.
upstairs on that as well.
Yeah.
Although I think that's just normal.
So, L7. 10 brightly painted structures resembling little wooden houses line the walls of this room. Each small house has a 3-foot-high hinged door. 4 of the doors are open, 6 are closed. A narrow staircase ascends a circular wall. Near the foot of the staircase is painted a wooden box 3 feet on each side. A crank is out, sticking out from one side, resembling it protrudes, and again it looks like a jack-in-the-box. This was the barracks of the tin soldiers, so you can see that there is at least one tin soldier sort of visible that's just stopped moving.
What happens when we crank the handle?
The box opens and a giant spring comes out, and it looks like there was something normally goes on top of the spring that isn't currently.
Takes your eye out. He has a heart attack.
Third one today at this rate.
And so besides the boxes and the automatons, is there anything else in this room?
There is nothing.
And then there's stairs going up.
Yep, so you can go up the stairs. The dormitory, nestled in the tree branches, has round windows overlooking a wooden balcony. Lining the walls are child-sized bunks with patchwork quilts and stuffed pillows.
Yep.
A young male dwarf lies on one of the bunks, coughing and drenched in sweat. An older lad mops his brow with water from a bucket. It's where...
What's wrong with him? I point at the child.
Alright. I don't know, he's sick.
If only we
So
had a
he's just looking
healer.
kind of worried by what's happening in the campaign.
You got more spell slots than me.
You can do this one.
Medicine check?
Yes.
Just like maybe a medicine check?
How
Well,
good is
yeah.
my medicine? Alright, we'll start with medicine.
Actually,
then.
well, I can do a medicine
I
check.
cast fireball on the
Well, that'll
child.
break his fever.
I'll assist because I have a bit of training.
I'll do a medicine check. I've got
Yeah, I'll
a
assist with
decent
it.
number on that.
He's got scabies.
Cooties.
Cooties, yeah, he's been kissing the girls. Oh, Serge.
21.
Nice.
He has sort of a minor fever. You know that there are various mushrooms that might help him, or you could simply magically heal him. And from the windows, you do see sort of a mushroom farm out here.
Let's go get some mushrooms.
Are they the alive type?
Oh, has my familiar arrived yet?
Yes, it will have arrived.
Oh, cool. Can I tell them to go pick up some mushrooms then?
Tell you what.
Yeah, we need to be the right ones.
Blue flower, red
true,
thorn.
yeah.
This would be a lot easier if I wasn't
End their
colourblind.
suffering before it spreads to the party.
Oh yeah.
The party's already suffering.
Oh no, we're playing
Yeah.
D&D, not Cthulhu.
I was supposed to say, it's not 2020 anymore.
That would have fit a few weeks back.
Did very much, yeah.
I think we need to do another Cthulhu one shot, maybe for Christmas.
Oh, we do. Cthulhu Christmas.
The evil we have to fight is Santa.
Yeah.
I've seen Futurama.
Everyone's on the
Yes.
naughty list. Yeah, so we'll try and find the mushroom that we need.
Got much room for these mushrooms.
Hmm?
Got much room for these mushrooms.
You're just not a fun guy.
So you go.
Tie the Harrington back up.
A woodland basin filled with plants and fungi stretches out along one side of the fallen tree. A pumpkin patch is at one end of the garden, next to a steaming compost with ramshackled pens for piglets and goats at the opposite end. A bedraggled scarecrow hangs from tall wooden stakes in the basin's wooden
Bacon?
slope.
Clappercle.
Bacon? Oh, is there a horse pen with a dead horse in it?
Yes.
Just a couple of gnomes trying to clear it up.
No, it's just been left there. And there are sort of some doors, but yeah, you obviously went out through those.
Is it a healthy-ish looking horse? Besides the fact that it's had its heart removed.
Well, apart from the fact it's dead.
Yeah, apart from the fact it's lying on this.
So I could butcher it up to cook
Yes,
horse meat. Yes. That's what I'm going to start doing.
Ah,
and I'm
beef.
going to make a barbecue for all the kids. And us.
Okay.
We've got mushrooms.
Well, I'm not very good at the healing thing because I don't think it would cure him.
Would you like your bonfire lit?
But it might also cause another ailment.
So I'm guessing you're going to examine the mushroom farms.
Yeah.
You have identified, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell you what the mushrooms are. So you find one called butterfly saddle, and you find sort of a very large number of these. These are bright yellow toadstools with a ruffled shape that look like a saddle that's the correct size for a pixie or a sprite. They taste exactly like butter and can be used as a substitute for butter when cooking. And of course they don't go off like butter does. So
I'm so going to collect a bunch of these.
you can. Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
they themselves do not count as food, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can cook.
But this horse is going to be fucking delicious.
You find some elder caps. Eating one of these white mushrooms causes the eater to look much older for 1 hour.
I want to see what he looks like.
So we did this before.
I'm going to say we've been through this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indiana Jones just.
you just didn't know the name. Executioner's Hood. These are black mushrooms that effectively cause the feigned death spell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you can find sort of maybe one of those. There are lots of them, but there are very few that are actually grown.
Right.
You find a hummingbarella, which is a colourful mushroom with a frilly parasol that drips sweet nectar and attracts hummingbirds. And this is the one that you recognise has sort of antitoxin properties.
Okay.
There is also a pickle noggin. These mushrooms have short, prickly spikes growing out of their red cap, and they are considered very fashionable headpieces for smaller members of the Feywild.
Oh, how about one? How do I look?
It's too small for you.
Fairy size, not
Yeah.
How do I look?
literally the tip of your ear.
Oh, 2 ears.
But by sort of when you go
Yeah.
to sort of pick these mushrooms, the two of you find that the plant beds have been fertilised with dead bodies, and it doesn't take you sort of long to realise there's skeletons all over this garden.
Big skeletons or small skeletons?
There's a range. Humanoid skeletons. You find
But they're all very sort of adolescent-esque.
some of them are, yeah. And you sort of find,
Oh boy.
you know, a skeleton's mouth open, and there's mushrooms going out of its mouth and its eyes. Sort of
Still
everywhere.
want those butterflies?
And so
they're not going to come back to life.
you can get some hummingbarella mushrooms, which will cure his fever. You can, if you want to pick some of the other mushrooms, you can just have as many of the butterfly saddle ones as you want, really. But if you want to pick the elder cap, executioner's hood, or prickle noggin, you'll have to roll for it.
I might want one of the executioner caps just as a fun.
Roll a d4.
Yep. 3.
You find 3 of them.
My golden bag of holding is full of
And
bar
mushrooms.
mushrooms.
season.
see me walking along eating on a stick of butter.
I mean, you were using butter as moisturiser the other week, so.
You accidentally pick up a black one by
But
mistake.
yeah, so you can go back up and heal sort of the dwarf and child while you.
I'm gonna go like start a big old fire and
Yeah.
start cooking.
You're gonna start
Get the
fire
gob- get the-
without the fire jets.
Well,
Yeah.
I can
just-
do it myself. He's literally curing, and I just walk up behind him with a stick.
Just holding that over his head.
How long does the feign death last for? 1 hour?
It would be whatever the feign death spell is.
I just leave my spirit with wild
Yeah,
spirit
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
He can
I
do
will
it.
let you look up
I
between
build
sessions.
a fire around him.
No, you just sort of put the horse on him and wait.
Yeah. No,
Put the bird in the horse.
just build the fire. We'll come and perch
Yeah,
on it, and then
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, like a
I'm gonna-
Tauntaun style. Just
I'm gonna
have
get
him
the
climb.
goblins to help.
Yeah, that's fine. They are pretty much just going to do whatever you say.
And occasionally I'll look at the caramel apple head and be like, and then look back at the horse and be like, no, it's fine.
You take
Stuff the horse's body with a bunch of these
You
mushrooms.
can say take a
butter.
butter mushroom. You can rub it on his head.
It will take sort of about an hour or so to cook the meal. What are the rest of you doing while Igo is
Well,
cooking?
healing this child.
Yeah, I was gonna.
That won't take particularly long.
You guys can search the rest of the
Yeah,
place.
yeah, I was gonna go have a little look
Yeah,
around as
keep
well.
looking.
So you go through. We'll go through them in order.
Yeah, so L10.
L10. Moths cluster around a lantern that hangs from the ceiling over the middle of this hallway, casting fitting shadows over the walls. The halls contain 3 sliding doors along the opposite walls, with a hinged door at the other end. They are storage cupboards, so they're filled with various materials used in the creation of toys. So wood,
Turn the light off.
yeah, very not particularly interesting things.
What?
How
So what's
flammable
that?
is the paint?
11.
Said, how flammable is the paint?
Probably quite.
I mean, they are inside a giant hollowed out tree.
And then,
Health and safety.
so if you go through to the next room, this room has 3 doors and a carved staircase that ascends to a higher level. The walls are a dense tangle of roots and brambles, nestled among which are 5 animated portraits. One of a svelte, dark-haired woman, the other depicting hags.
There were living portrait pictures in the other one. Do they look like the same?
There were a lot of
others?
portraits in the
There
other
were a lot
one.
of
They
portraits
weren't
in the other
living.
one, but they were just of various
All
lots
different art styles.
and different things. Yeah.
And they were all sort of sad.
Yeah.
These are... yeah,
And that was
these are
throughout the
different.
entire house. It was like a corridor was lined with it, a couple of rooms.
Okay.
Are these? I mean, do we recognise Pavlova as one of the hags, of the 3 hags?
Yes, she is depicted there. You also see...
It's the one of Scabatha
There
lying on the
is-
floor.
she's not lying on the floor. She's still very much alive in the painting. And then you see one of the others depicts a skeletal hag wearing a black theatrical contraption resembling a dress. A truly ancient and terrifying hag is another one, and the portrait of the svelte, dark-haired woman with a commanding presence.
Are these all? I'm not there. So are these all Scabatha in her various
Well,
stages
you
of?
recognise Pavlova,
so.
you recognise
Oh.
Scabatha.
So
That must be the-
Alright.
you
gotta
can
be-
Yeah.
Who's the other one who's not a
Yeah.
hag?
I'm wondering if that's
Stevenir?
yes, Zebedee.
Seven ears.
Zebedee.
make a investigation check, or one of you can make it an advantage. It's the 3 of you.
I got +6 to that.
You do them. Go ahead.
With
Wow.
advantage.
I'll help, but you do
Well,
the.
you know how mu-
you lead this.
I'm not like with these, but 17.
You do notice that in the the painting of the woman that's actually a woman, you do see the chicken claw tattoo beneath one of her eyes,
Okay.
which is why you were told
That's
Zebonir was tattooed as well.
Cool.
So.
The cars?
And you can make a history check without advantage.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they've got They've got
But he is
history.
living history.
That's why he can make the check.
Ooh, 18.
You recognise the hag that's in the other paintings. She is very famous. Her name is Baba Yaga.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
That's John Wick.
But Baba Lasagna.
Bubbling lasagna, yeah.
The boogeyman.
Bubbling lasagna.
Oh, we killed her in Strahd.
Pushed it down the stairs.
Actually, that's true. You did.
Well, no, I didn't. My
No,
partner
but
pushed
those
it
two
down the
did.
stairs. Well, I DM'd that one. From my,
Ow, my hip.
well, it was an old lady,
Yeah.
and the big burly guy pushed her down the stairs.
Everybody knows that old lady's biggest weakness is stairs.
And the burly man pushed her down and blamed it on the weaker man, and everyone believed him.
So you do notice that around all of these pictures are entangled thorns, sort of very stereotypical big, sort of black, sharp, pointy spikes that are all around.
So we can't take them off the pictures.
You can try.
Can I try burning the thorns?
They do burn, yeah. Make a dexterity check.
They also fire out at high velocity.
Pew pew.
So as you're trying to burn, sort of you're burning the thorns, but as you do, sort of they twist and one of them catches you, so you don't take any
Go
damage.
around the twist.
But you notice that the portraits
Go around.
change after the thorn hits you, and the main portrait turns into you, and the other 4 portraits turn into your mother, your father, and
Older
do you have any
babies.
brothers or sisters? But effectively, your 4 closest family members, and you.
Right. So, okay.
His mother on the bonfire that she had the affair with.
Yeah, my mum and the 2 people I don't recognise.
Yeah, you see a random person. It's like, where's my dad?
Where's the postman?
Looks at the kid making a wish on his birthday cake, and I wish my parents had superpowers, and the mum going, ah! And the dad going, ah! And then the mailman outside going, ah!
That would suggest Savinier is related to the hags.
Yes. Probably one of their, well, probably their mother, maybe.
Sister.
Benefactor?
The 7 years the good one, right?
No.
7
No,
years.
No.
No.
7
she's
years the one who's the one who we're on the side of, but there is no guarantee that they're good.
Okay.
They are a arch whatever of the
Archfey.
fair. Yeah.
Capricious.
It depends on your definition of good and bad.
They're better for the land than the hags.
Yeah.
So 7 years was the original.
Yes.
Zonia was the ruler you were sent to
Yeah.
help.
Yes.
She does have a.
Sounds
She
like
does have patrons in the real world, so
I
powerful dark magic.
You are talking about someone who is powerful enough to rule over a dominion.
I would
You
suspect
have
she
to
is
be a
better.
patron.
She is better for the area
Yeah, she's-
than the
yeah.
hags.
But based on how we
Gives us
know that
good
the
to-
Fae would have looked before she was dethroned and how it's looking now,
Yeah.
she's much better for the ecosystem.
To put it mildly.
it just sounds like some internal family beef.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what all World War One was.
Well, yes, fair point.
pretty much what every sort of war has been about, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep moving through.
Moving on.
Moving on.
12. Which I think
What
is
about-
upstairs.
hang on.
So
I just had a thought. Should I prick
5 and
myself?
6 are outside.
I don't think there's enough mirrors or pictures or whatever for my family.
I think this was the.
Yeah, if
That's
you
just the
can,
closest.
you can run up to the thorns and go, and it will be
I
the.
think this is the mushroom field.
Flicking
Oh,
through
the-
the.
That's brother
Oh,
22,
sorry.
brother
so all of
27.
L5 is the
Oh,
garden
right, okay.
collectively.
And L6
okay.
was the compost heap?
You
or?
haven't been to L6.
Oh, right, okay.
Right.
So,
So
you, from L6 you have to
L12
go
is-
out. You can't go
Yeah,
over
so
the ground.
L12 is up from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
got
then you can go out to L6.
Right,
Yeah.
And so if you go up to L12, it's a
above
room
you.
filled with loot. It was another workshop. This one specialising in textiles. It is now empty.
There's one missing where a guy with gold.
Make a perception check. One of you, or one of you can make it with advantage.
Would you like me to?
I think so. Yes.
27.
You are not alone in the room. As you sort of look around, you catch glimpses of creatures in the shadows. They're slightly smaller than humanoids. They're sort of squat, bulbous, with long arms, long legs, and a big grin.
Are they the same? They're not the same as the ones that with the guy who was spinning the loom, are they? No.
So these are actual creatures. They're not shades or shadows. And I'll give you this one. It is a boggle. So having now seen one, it disappears very quickly from your vision, but they are sort of skulking around.
They are in this room.
Presumably in a lot more places, but yeah, at the very least they're in this room.
Where's the team? Where's the camp?
Yeah.
I imagine he will be around Luminarch, so you can...
He slams open the door.
What do boggles eat?
They eat little tin can boys.
Harrington.
Make a survival roll. Have you
Why
actually
always
seen a
bite?
boggle?
That's the wrong dice.
That's a D12.
You're free to roll a d12.
15.
Okay, sounds good enough. So you know that boggles are sort of mischievous creatures. They're not particularly dangerous. They're more like sort of what poltergeists are. They move your furniture around when you're not looking. They throw
They're
stuff at your head and then
mischievous
hide.
rather than malicious.
Yeah. They have been. They were generally associated with evil because they thrive in
Because
the
they keep
environment.
moving my fucking keys.
Chaotic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're one of those creatures that comes with chaos and corruption.
Yeah.
They're born from it, but they're not really chaotic.
They're a
They create chaos because they're just having fun.
Yeah,
The
and
pranks which get a little.
sometimes out of.
What? We happened to trip them. I didn't know that the balcony door was open.
But yeah, you can go and get Squirt.
I
He
would
will
say
be around.
I would suggest
and,
you should.
So-
Want to go again?
How are you going to try and persuade the Boggle to give you some oil?
Yeah,
No,
Boggle.
Squirt can do that.
I'll try and do a boggle mating dance.
Make a
God.
performance check.
I'm leaving before my mind is corrupted.
19.
I can see. It finds it very amusing.
All of the Boggles come out and start.
As I start pole dancing.
Yeah.
I got any fur either.
So I'm like, as I'm not gliding down.
Now would have been the perfect opportunity for me to roast
However-
them over the fire.
As you start dancing on the pole, the Boggle does seem to be enjoying the display and squirts you head to toe in oil. So
You about to say that?
Oiled up on the
I'm
pole.
expected to be squirted on.
and yeah, squirts will sort of bounce up and suck up the oil.
Why am I enjoying this?
I'm gone.
Why am I enjoying this?
However, Squirt is now capable of taking you to Yon.
Hey.
Oh,
We haven't finished exploring this place.
I get a
but-
cigarette out.
Does that light you on fire?
Oh Christ! Yeah, just don't get too close to me. Yeah.
I forgot I was naked.
We are on an ad break for the next minute.
Thank God for that.
So only subscribed people have heard your
Yeah.
stripper story.
So now that you've seen it and with your roll, Boggle oil is naturally just excreted from sort of every pore on their body. It is very slippery. You can you can collect sort of additional oil, put it on the ground, and it acts sort of like the grease spout.
Is it
As I slid
Yeah, I
down
imagine so.
the stairs.
We can use some of it on the bottom of the pan when we're searing up some.
see a horse meat with the butter?
Yeah.
Oh. There is a very nice smell of cooking coming from downstairs as well. Anything else you would like to explore?
Or you can go out to
Yeah.
L6 now.
Yeah.
So
Just like
Amber
some
grease.
back as well. Oh,
Yeah, because then there's still also up
13,
here.
14. Yeah.
Creaking softly, a rocking horse moves back and forth near the door.
How can I ride it?
Peeling paint covers its limbs, and its rocker is thick with moss. A rictus grin is painted on its face. Near a protruding root is painted a wooden box, 3 feet on each side, resembling an oversized jack-in-the-box.
I want to ride it. Can I go on it? I want
Yeah.
to ride it.
You could have used it to make the fire for cooking the horse.
Yeah.
And you do notice that there is a hole in the head of the rocking horse.
About
Oh.
Yes, it looks like at one point in time something went into its forehead.
Have you got the wooden?
it's with me. Well, it's your thing,
Yeah.
but it's been put in the bag
Yeah.
for safekeeping.
I was going to look at you, but you probably get there in 10 years.
You want me to go get the unicorn one?
Well, it's got a hole we can stick it in.
The real one or the fake one?
Both.
Well, let's use the wood one first. See what
Yeah.
happens.
While I'm enjoying myself. Whee!
I mean, we can. Yeah.
Try.
Have a try.
So you put the wooden horn in the slot in the rocking horse, and the rocking horse shatters to reveal
What?
a very
Ouch.
sickly looking alicorn. So the rocking horse could actually fly.
I was sat
She
on
was-
the back of that.
She was using it as her form of magical transport. Yes, you
Am
were.
I riding an alicorn
Oh.
now?
Well, it's collapsed to the floor, sickly, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, the alicorn looks very much like it is dying, and it is dying fast.
Well, as I land
Right.
on it,
Put the
can I hear
Get
it?
the
real horn on
in.
it.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to get the real horn.
As you sort of bring
Oh,
the
yeah,
real
cool.
horn out, the alicorn sort of stares at you and just sort of says,
That's not my horn.
No, the alicorn sort of looks at you and goes, "Am I the last?"
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Alicorn or unicorn?
You're
Either
right.
would do, I think.
Your partner lives.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rest fled.
We can
Yeah.
take
Or
it to
died.
What was
It's
the name of your
Gone
partner?
missing from Lorna, I think.
Lemorna,
Lemorna.
yes. So I try
Lemorna
to remember
lives.
the name so we can say
She
yes.
was morning you.
Well, she wasn't actually. She did think he
I
was
mean,
dead.
should we attach this?
I have the mending cantrip.
Just put a couple plasters on it.
Gaffer tape.
Tell you what, hold it there and I'll try and weld it on with cure wounds.
The alicorn is looking very thin, so you'd expect an alicorn to be almost sort of platinum, silver, glowing.
You've got some nice horse cooking.
It
I
is
was just going to say, do not go.
I don't think he cares about the horse. Those filthy horses.
kind of, yeah. But the alicorn sort of looks at the horn, and says, "She is the only other one."
I'm not there. I'm cooking horses. These three.
Well, the only one that's left.
The only
rest
one
of
we've
them
met.
all. She said that they all fled.
There was
so-
another one that disappeared earlier.
Well, that was wild magic. That sort of.
So
Yeah.
that was a unicorn that had
Yeah.
been plane shifted.
Yeah,
in.
that was from a
Yes.
different plane.
It was from a different part of the Feywild, and it's going, "This place sucks."
I was here 1,000 years ago. It was so much better. They had a promenade.
Free booze.
It's like Benidorm. It's gone downhill.
Too many tourists.
The alicorn just sort of looks at you and says, "Okay, I will make the sacrifice then.
What sacrifice?
What to live?
You need that more than I
Do we?
Or the horn?
Well, no, we need an alicorn. I get out my notebook and I'm looking back through, going a bit schizophrenic. Like, but from the clues, they said that we need you to save the Feywild.
Ask her about the letters.
do. I will
Aha,
save the
aha.
Feywild, but you will need to help me."
I mean,
Oh, yes.
Sort of why we're here.
Tell my wife I was already dead.
No, and he turns to the wizard who almost is sort of frantically flicking through the
Yeah.
book, and he just says, "You will have one chance.
God, I
Make
don't want to
it count."
I don't want to go back to the
Oh
life.
no.
Don't take me back.
What opportunity.
I went to the more sort of the Doctor Strange thing, and then Gavin was like, "One."
Please don't. I'm very indecisive.
Oh, speaking of that, I just watched Spider-Man No Way Home last night. Finally got around to it because I want to watch Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I watched that without watching Spider-Man.
I gave up on Marvel.
The last one I saw was Deadpool.
Yes,
Not
probably the
exactly
best
Marvel.
one actually.
I do want to watch Deadpool 3 when it comes out.
Yes.
But it seems like they're bringing back quite a lot of... because they're bringing back Jennifer Garner's Electro. There's quite a few sort of like past Marvel stars that are kind of being brought back who failed franchises.
And
a second ago.
Wolverine,
Yeah.
who kicked off the entirety of the MCU with X-Men in 2000. Let's really forget.
Yeah, and I
Really?
mean,
X-Men.
When was Blade?
Blade was well before that, but it
Blade
wasn't
was before, but
technically.
it wasn't.
I mean, it is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it wasn't by
Well, neither
Marvel
was
so
X-Men.
much.
That was by Fox, but
For Fox Sony, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of. It
I
was-
mean, and there have been Hulk films in the past and Thor
Yeah.
films in the past.
But
and
the
there was
2000
the-
X-Men film is
that
sort
was
of considered the start
horrible
of this wave.
Sony Fantastic Four that was made
They've not
late
made
80s, early 90s
they've not
because
made
they
a good
had
one
to, because they didn't want the film rights to run out. So they made a horrible film.
It's the thing, they make really cheap films to keep the and they just
Yeah.
don't release the films because they technically make it. Are there any other questions you have for the Alcorn?
Don't matter.
I guess I can ask him if the letters THNSAAA mean anything.
They do.
So,
What do they mean?
What's your name?
Huh?
What's his name?
His name's
Eladorn.
Eladorn.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
Eladon.
but it's spelt.
Throat problem mangrove.
yeah.
It's spelled. It's pronounced Raymond Luxury Yacht. It's spelled Raymond Luxury Yacht.
You
That's
will
pronounced
need to
Throat problem
figure out
mangrove.
the meaning before it is too late.
I think it's an anagram.
Really? Never would have occurred.
Oh.
Thanks for that.
Just making sure that we're
The
on the same
combination
page.
to his luggage.
No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, so
We didn't know the clips thing went down actually.
So how can we help you then? So it's like you think we have one chance all this sort of stuff. Like
Tell my
What do you
wife
want
I
us
said
to
hello.
He will be going back to say
Oh, right.
goodbye to
So we don't have to do that
pretty
part.
much, yeah.
But he will tell her that we saved him.
Go get yourself some food as you go past.
As in sort of an answer to your questions, he says, I don't know. I just know.
We need
What?
your help to free Slevenair, I believe.
yeah.
You have all of the help I
Yeah.
could ever give
Yeah,
you.
and so I think that his horn is probably something that might help us break the spell on the lock that maybe is holding her in her prison
Maybe.
or something like that. Who knows?
He doesn't know. He just
I'm
knows.
I'm still too busy. I'm shouting all of this. Maybe.
I mean, you can always get one of the goblins to cook and sort of tag along as well. But yeah, he doesn't know. I don't know. I just know.
He's got a
In
feeling.
parts, I am
Ooh,
to play
ooh.
in this, and I would rather
Ooh.
I die than Lamorna dies.
Yeah.
Noble.
It's probably a case of the horn unlocks something,
Yeah.
but it needs to be detached. Because he was like, "Are the rest of them here?" Because Steve's a fucking
Just make
Yeah,
me
no one will
my
miss
wife.
him.
And with that, you watch as he spreads sort of his wings, and you notice that 4 feathers drop, and he
Ooh.
takes off into the sky to go and say goodbye.
Pick up
to-
the feather.
Yeah.
I've got a feather.
But yes, you each gain a feather of an alicorn, which I imagine is a pretty rare thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
seeing as even in the Feywild, alicorns are
I'll
rare.
get you a lot of sweets.
I'll buy all 3 carts, please.
I'm pretty sure
Take
you
the
did
lot.
when you were.
Yeah.
When you ripped the key out of the back of Scab of the Nightshade.
Backpack. You turn it into a nice quill.
no other uses for it, sure.
Feathers are essentially large, stereotypical feathers, but they are a beautiful sort of platinum. They are very distinctive and clearly something very special.
Wear it on a nice hat. I do have the
I
hat
put it on
that
my hiney.
fades to one earlobe as opposed to one shoulder.
Yeah.
Of a
Proper.
beret.
Have you got like a jacket?
I have a 40-foot long scarf that I'm wearing.
Can you wrap it around me?
No.
A bit cold.
No, it's currently my kilt.
I'll tell you what,
I'm using
won't-
the whole 9 yards.
I'll make sure I'm next to you. Natural heat.
Alright.
I've lost my body fur. Calm down.
Never seen a Harrington with alopecia.
It's not funny.
Yes, it is. No, it's funny.
Keep my razor's name out of your goddamn mouth. That's not on the chat.
Okay.
That's me making a Will Smith joke.
I feel sorry for Will Smith.
Yeah, well, it's all coming out now.
But it is.
Is there anything more to explore?
We've
I think
got
we've got
13, 14, 15,
So
16.
those are all locked, but you have the keys. This squalid's
in.
kitchen is carved out of the trunk of the fallen oak. A large clay oven sits in the middle of the room, surrounded by crowded shelves laden with forest fungi and jars of pickled grubs, animal skulls and mouldy cookbooks. Sickly sweet vapours emerge from a cauldron that sits atop the oven. A young human girl shackled to the work table is hard at work peeling potatoes. You get the feeling Will hasn't reached this part
Is
to feed them
this
yet.
multiple trees?
It's all one
tree.
tree. One.
But it's got multiple root systems.
Those are
Branches.
branches.
Well, but like here is roots.
And don't forget, it has other trees growing out of it.
I'm gonna say to the girl cutting doing the test.
A
yeah.
green dragon the size of a large dog is curled up near the oven, apparently dozing. Fumes rise from the wormling's nostrils.
I don't think we can feed it with some of that
But
noise.
he's not
some of that
changed
meat.
to anything.
When you finish the potatoes, we'll take it to the
Oh yeah.
and we'll let you out.
What? After she's taken the potatoes? If you don't take the potatoes, then we're not going to free you.
Yeah.
And then you hear sort of a gruff male voice coming from somewhere in the room. Are those potatoes I smell?
Who said that? Did you say that? Was that your voice?
Said
No,
gruff.
I
not-
say. That's not the word you associate with always.
Who said that?
I did.
Where are you?
And then you hear a banging, and there is a trapdoor sort of in the corner. Again, it is locked, but you have keys. So you open the trapdoor to reveal sort of a dwarf crammed into a small space under the floorboards. And he's like, finally someone came.
What did you do?
I'm guessing you don't want to be down there.
No.
Help her with the potatoes, and we'll bring them to
He's a
the.
very sarcastic dwarf. No, I fucking love it down here.
Oh, all right then.
If you get the potatoes and free her, and then
It's like the
meet us
prisoner
in
in
the
Life of Prison.
market.
What did he do to get tied right side up?
Yeah. Grab the potatoes, free her, meet us in the market. We're having a big cook up.
Okay. And he introduces himself as Elkhorn.
A what? I
Elkhorn.
thought he said it was alicorn. Was I what?
Something fell on the floor. So you
There's a bottle in the room.
will very quickly run through what the other rooms are
Yeah.
and let you decide what you
Yeah.
want. So L14 is the study. A staircase runs along the wall of this circular room and climbs to an upper level. Tucked behind the curtains of moss and ivy are numerous bookshelves bearing ancient tomes. And built into one of the bookcases is a tall oval mirror in a wooden frame. Flickering candlelight emits from... effectively, it's a candle inside a human skull with the light coming out of the eyes. Resting atop a roll-top desk. And then if you go up the stairs, you go to
Be careful.
her bedroom.
You take a
Almost
card.
everything about this bedroom is overly ordered from the bed with a patchwork quilt to the ornate pigs arranged in a neat row on the dresser. Such tidiness is at odds, however, with the decaying dollhouse sitting on the bedside table. This 3-foot tall edifice has seen better days and is now besmirched by peeling paint, rot, and mould.
Basically, where she was sleeping.
Yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together. She shrunk down and lived inside the dollhouse when she was not.
Demolish it.
And then the final one, sort of at the very top, is an aviary. Old empty birdhouses are nailed to the wall of this cramped room, and a dozen bird cages hang from the ceiling.
No.
The cages are filled with tiny clockwork sparrows. As the birds' gears turn, the air sort of is filled with a rhythmic ticking. Paper and quills are heaped on a small writing desk under the cages. A pair of open windows overlook the forest, and carved into the wall above one window is the word hither, and above the other is the word yon.
So,
Maybe you could put a message out, ding dong, the witches dead.
I mean, looking out the windows, can you see the other realms?
You cannot.
Well, let the birds out.
You can.
Well,
Won't
if
fly
you want
away.
to attach a message to them.
What do you write a message?
What will you say?
We could write to Illig, I guess, and say,
We're coming for you.
well,
Oh, no, that's the other
up
bird.
for another regicide or a haggicide, would you call it?
Well, no, because I would imagine that potentially these go to the other hags.
Oh, yeah, true.
So maybe
Yeah,
we
don't
can't
do
just
that.
go, let's write a message to.
Should we say, ding dong, the witch is dead?
We want our
Well,
payment.
because we could send it back to, is it
Babalova.
Bablova to
Just
say
Dealings
the
are done.
dealings are done.
Yeah. We're
We
gonna go visit
negotiated
the
the
other sister.
shit out of her.
She just fell over.
Did you do that?
Fell over with a little help from an axe.
To the face.
And many other parts of the body.
We return to collect payment. I don't know.
Well, what was the payment?
I think it was part of the. I think it was part of the deal of allowing us the things that we needed to.
Yeah,
Your
Yeah.
payment was the ability to travel to
To here.
thither.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very fair
No.
deal, if you're honest.
Yeah.
And we chickened out.
Well,
we did
yeah,
want
but
fire.
I mean, we've got access to all this lovely stuff here.
Yeah.
Worked out. I don't think we need to be honest. Leave her in suspense.
We could,
I mean, she probably knows,
I think we should
Yeah.
go the other one.
Or she will very soon.
or she will. Yeah.
We should go the other one. Saying
I would
we're
imagine
coming
that they
for
all have spies spying on each other. Hence why she's able to know that her sister was aggravated at all of the children and not being able to keep control of them. And, or we could just send Loomlurch, now under control of Will-o'-the-Wisp, and send out all of the different drawings of him for Will of the Wilds.
Should do that. Be funny to me.
We should draw one with the Harry.
But that would kind of put a target on his head. That would mean we're targeting a small child for.
Are you going to draw it?
Uh,
Can you draw a wanted sign?
I am now expecting the next time that we see Will of the Wilds, randomly somewhere, he's going to have some bunny ears.
I was just about to say, can you draw one with bunny ears?
I mean, to be honest, if I've been drawing out academic books and stuff with a quill and stuff, I'd be alright.
You probably could do a passport.
I'd be
job
like a
drawing.
medieval monk, maybe. But
Yeah. No, we want a Will of the Wilds, not a medieval monk.
He's going to draw fire
the
type.
medieval-
I'll sign my name underneath it.
I can do it really well, but I can only do a medieval monk.
I can draw good snails. They're just snails.
Really good at snakes.
The devil.
I'm good at sticks.
I think we're done with this because we're now going to use Oil Can Boy Squirt
Yeah.
to get us to the
Yon.
Yon. And is Yon the one that's closest to the castle, or was the castle kind of a separate?
It's a separate
Separate.
thing, essentially.
But those pictures would suggest we're going to meet Baba Yaga in your.
Yeah,
The
I
other
mean,
one in
I think. Yeah, Baba Yaga's the one in Young.
Oh.
The last one that we need to find.
No, Baba Yaga was a
That's-
separate painting.
Yeah.
There was painting of 3 hags and Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
I thought it
Oh,
was 3 hags.
So
Baba Yaga, there were 5 in total.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
under the impression
Yes.
there were 4.
No, sorry,
No.
there are 5 in
That's
total.
the new king.
It's her and her 4 closest.
Yeah.
Or it's
Oh.
whoever gets pricked by the thorns and their 4 closest family members.
Right.
so I'm guessing they're all her daughters then.
Possibly, yeah. They're all Baba Yaga's daughters.
Yes. Which would suggest somebody is actually a hag.
Or.
Love her.
I'm just saying, we don't know how these Fae reproduce.
And
I love to reproduce.
I'm wondering about those letters now because I know who another one of Baba Yaga's daughter is, but that's out of character.
So, effectively, a couple of hours passes. The horse is now ready. There is sort of a big gathering of various Feywild creatures, a lot of children. The rest of Loomlurch is free for you to explore or loot, etc. None of the rest. I imagine everyone's still giving the dragon wormling sort of a big pass because no one really knows what to do about that.
Can I find like a coat or something?
Yeah, you can find some.
So is Will-o'-the-Wisp gonna now set this up as his base of operations?
I
One of the
don't
wild
know
Wisp.
because
I mean, he quite likes living in the living tree.
but I don't know what to
You
do
cannot.
now. Like,
Be a child.
but I had a job and I've done it.
Find a new job. Happens to us all. I used to be a paper
I tell you
boy.
what.
Make
Congratulations.
an Arcana check.
Congratulations. You could be the new leader of all of these people. That's a
Not
big
that
job.
nice.
We're gonna come back in a few years' time, and he's gonna basically have turned into a hack.
I got
Pass an Arcana check.
Okay.
You roll an Arcana check.
So I can probably do better.
11.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's going to do. You can all roll an Arcana check. It's fine.
No, that's not going to work.
9.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's going to
That's
do. Because he just says, well, but the kids don't belong here.
We'll return them home
I
then.
can say, where are they from then?
There you go. That's your job. Get them home.
Yeah.
I guess. But they can't leave the Feywild. Well,
Why not?
Well, none of us can leave the Feywild. You can't leave the Feywild.
Yeah, we can.
Rude.
Watch us.
Okay.
Try.
Look after them.
Yeah.
Look after them until
Until-
we can lift the.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
once you, well, effectively, in order for everyone
Yeah.
to leave the Feywild, you have to free
Yeah.
Zelenia at the end.
You
Yeah.
keep an eye on all the rest of the children, whilst we go and try and fix.
You see, he's sort of very subdued, and clearly, the rebellion was more fun than leadership. It's just like, oh, this is the boring bit.
Yes, this is the boring bit.
Oh.
The paperwork
This
at
is the
end.
bit that they don't write about in storybooks. You know when they say they live happily ever after? There's that bit just before where they live miserably because of the taxes.
What are taxes?
Exactly. See, what you can do is you can charge everybody who lives here a little bit of money and...
As you are eating your meal, sort of various other Feywild creatures are, sort of
Do we finally
congregating.
find our centaur friend?
Very, very
You
buttery.
Yes. We direct him away from the horse campfire.
He arrived with, I forgot what the spider's name was.
Oh, the
Story
spider, yeah.
The giant spider emerges as well as the centaur.
It's like the end scene of most things where everybody congregates together.
Are we going to start singing?
Do I turn around and see a blue force ghost of someone?
I will.
No one
perform.
died.
Scam
no
That
one
big band
important
starts
died.
strike up, everyone start doing karaoke.
And is sort of, it is turning into somewhat of a party, but the party is somewhat interrupted by a giant pillar of platinum light, and sort of a shockwave emerges all over thither,
and you will feel an immense sadness grip you.
What?
The land
Alicorns
seems to
now.
weep. Yes. It doesn't take a genius to work out the alicorn is now.
I'm crying while eating a massive
Yeah, it is a desperately sad situation.
I'm fine.
Homer eating his
Just
lobster.
really, this is just really spicy.
I got something in my eye, I promise. But you can all take a long rest, and if there is anything else you would like to do in thither, speak up.
Not.
Do we want to try and go back
do
to
we want
see
to go
Nib?
back to see the Gold Weaver?
I don't know what we'll gain from doing that.
See if he
We've
can
already got gifts,
turn
really.
this key into.
We would have better luck trying to find someone else.
Yeah.
Somewhere, maybe in Yon.
It's more of a. This is a trinket from. This is a
Yeah.
battle. Yeah. Long rest. Not a level up. Worth asking.
Off to Yon it is.
I mean, we have just killed a hag.
And you are treated by
Yeah.
a good night story
Yeah.
of Shrek
Oh,
2.
yes.
Complete with musical number at the end.
I need a hero.
Still, I think that is one of the greatest
I will star in it.
movie scenes of all time.
Do the dance.
So, again, before we end the session, because I think we did this when we go to
Yeah, yeah,
last
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
you're not going to be jumping between realms freely. So if
Yeah.
there is anything
I
you
don't
would like
think
to
there's
do,
anything else that we need to do here.
Maybe grab some more
Um,
mushrooms.
We already
Well,
have
we'll
bag
ration
of
up some
holding.
horse meat for.
I imagine there
There's
isn't
probably
much
not much
left.
left there.
Yeah.
No, but there were piglets and the.
Bacon.
Was there anything to try and loot in the hag study or anything?
So there is a. You can
But
spend.
That is Babio's other daughter.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah.
not so. The
I imagine
letters
after-
kind of match her name, but there's a complimentary.
Yeah.
if you, after you eat, you can go and ransack the house. You find. You already ransacked the
We
study.
put some mattress on the stairs and go wee with the kids.
You find a silver bookmark shaped like a feather that's worth 5 GP. A golden signet ring depicting a weeping willow that's worth 25. A cracked bloodstone stuffed inside a pillowcase that's also worth 25 GP. No, those are the paintings. 6 brass egg cups, each embossed with the face of a crying child, for 5 GP each. An ornate 8-minute hourglass worth 75 GP. And you find, while the Alicorn retrieves his +1 sword and shield.
This is another outbreak.
Okay. A pair of embroidered velvet slippers, valued at 15 GP, which I imagine are very comfortable.
Oh, I could do with that.
Uh,
What hair, I think.
a false eye made of solid gold,
You can put that with the other two.
worth 25 GP, and a cracked hand mirror in a gaudy frame worth 65.
Hey, look in this mirror.
In total, it's like 225 GP about that.
Yeah, call it 225
Ah,
GP.
you broke the mirror. Oh no.
And that is everything you want to do in thither.
I don't think we've got anything else.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that